This is the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast, episode number 56.
I want to open the show.
Okay.
Line.
Welcome.
Line.
Two.
Line.
Poddamn Idiotz Podcast.
Tide Pod Titties Outcast.
Space is the final frontier. Then this is just the pit stop at the rest area that is near.
It's a Poddamn Idiotz Podcast. 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 In your ear. Pod. Poddamn it. Poddamn it. Poddamn Idiotz Podcast.
Poddamn Idiotz.
Poddamn it.
From the Henflex Studios in the Cereal City, USA, also known as Battle Creek, Michigan, this is the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast.
Hey guys. Look who's back again.
The idiots are back. Tell a friend.
Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
It's me. It's me.
Can you believe we are all here
In the same room.
Same studio.
The last time this happened, somebody was getting married.
I got poked by Texas.
And then some things happened, and then somebody went off the show, and they went to Sesame Street Rehabilitation School.
I did.
You see how well that worked. But we are back, and in case you don't know the people here.
I like Big Bird.
Batman.
Yeah.
7.
All right, we got to talk to Elmo on the count. This shit ain't working. But in case you don't know who we are, and I don't know why you'd start with episode 56, but whatever.
To see if it got better.
It didn't.
It's progressively gotten worse. In case you're wondering who we all are.
It's because I left to start going downhill, right?
Making his return to the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast for one full episode, and we'll see what happens after that. We have the captain, the cop, Be Slow.
I'm a cop.
You know that?
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm scared too. How they let you handle a firearm.
Ooh, my order's been picked up. It's on its way, guys.
Mm.
To my right, we have our financial advisor. Sometimes he gives me good advice, and sometimes my stocks plummet, but that's okay.
Sometimes I run, sometimes I hide.
But
sometimes I'm scared of you, but all I really want to do is hold you tight. Hold you tight.
Hold you tight? What's trite mean?
He wants to hold you tight
every day and night. Baby, all I need is time.
Well, when I leave, he's going to hold somebody here tight. He's Jay Hizzle.
All we need is love.
And then
love is all you need.
Across from me, we have my buddy from San Marcos, Texas. One of my best friends.
Man, he's talking about Zay. He's over there.
Yeah, my son's over there.
Zay's back there, yeah.
Yeah, he's got too much hair for me. He is my buddy, Texas.
That's amazing, though.
Howdy. And if you don't know who I am wearing the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast t-shirt and headband because, you know, I like to live the gimmick. I am the Poddamn World Champion, Ric Spade.
That doesn't ring a bell.
Stage.
Hey, and guess what? I didn't bring the title so I wouldn't lose it. I was smart.
Hey, my order's on its way.
Mine too. gonna be here at the same time. Like, why didn't one person just get them?
Wait, are there two different people taking the same?
Yeah, he got Keyhole. I got Nicholas.
Key hand.
Oh, sorry.
Whole asshole and
I'd
job,
say,
whatever.
because Josh and I dash too. Usually when that happens, they just ask the same dash every once, double orders.
Yeah,
Especially considering it's going to the same exact address.
be interesting to see them what they do.
They fight over that. Wait, you got a $6 tip? I only got 3. Fuck this guy.
I only gave him 3. You gave 6?
Yeah, I give my guy 6.
My guy's gonna be mad at me.
My order was more.
They better
Oh, that's true.
That's a little better.
Mine was just $12. So
Mine was
I gave him over like 25%.
And that was a good tip.
mine was like $25.
Well, you gave him a tip. He gave him the whole thing.
For those of you wondering, we ordered
Just
steak
the
and shake
tip.
before we started this podcast. And we're going to see when it gets here as we're podcasting. So you'll probably see us eat, which is fun. But anyways,
Oh, except for Jay Hizzle, he scarfed down before
My
the
guy's
podcast.
passing Tractor Supply.
I mean, I could get more pizza or something. But
Pizza in the morning. Pizza
anyways,
in the
this
evening,
is where we
pizza
normally talk
supper
about our week.
time.
So let's start with Jay Hizzle.
this is normally my week's been really, 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 really busy. So last weekend I went to Wisconsin for the first time in half a year.
It's been that long?
Yes.
Man, they had to really missed you.
I really miss them. I feel missed too. Like we had a good time. I actually had someone go with me. I gotta tell you, when you do an 8-hour trip with someone in the car with you, it goes by so much faster than going by yourself. But my friend Peter, who used to live in Eau Claire, work at Menards, also moved home to Fort Wayne. So we carpooled together because we both wanted to see our friends. And we stopped at the Dells and we went out to this karaoke bar and we sang the song Tricky, by Run DMC. It's tricky. It's tricky. That's the only one we can get Amanda and Peter to both do. So, and then we played some dice game. I keep wanting to say Yahtzee, but I think it's called Horse Apiece or something where you roll for shots. So we had multiple shots.
Please tell me you yelled Yahtzee at least once.
I should have. Oh man,
Ruined
did
it.
I don't know if I did. But that was a fun night. And then we played 4 in the morning and went to bed. I'm old apparently. Because at the karaoke bar, I turned wrong or something, and I did something to my knee, so it was a little rough hiking going down. It's pretty much healed up now, but it's
Welcome to the Bad Knee Club.
but it's really not that terrible. It's just I did something weird. But yes, that's what I felt like. I'm like, oh wow, why am I so old? Because I felt so young at the bar.
Alcohol does that to you.
And then we played darts, and then my friend Amanda, she played us all and won. And then my friend Peter decided to bet someone. The game where the little boxing bag hangs down, you hit it as hard as you
They're
can.
literally following each other.
Yep.
He bet some stranger, but he lost because he kind of slipped and didn't hit the bag fully. We all knew he was a goner when he didn't get it square. But
Hey, Zay, you want to do me a favor? Go wait outside for the dasher.
why is it way outside? He'll just probably put it on the porch.
I
No,
put
we told him to
it me.
hand to us.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Zay, you have to do that.
His name is Nicholas. Your name is, well, not Josh, but it's
It's-
for Josh.
Yeah,
and Brian when the Brian one shows up.
Yeah, I'm also Brian.
your name actually though doesn't change just because they tell you it does. You're still Zay. Confusing people these days. And then then
The
Quinn
guys are literally following each other.
Quinn and Ashley made amazing food. Oh, I had homemade mac and cheese and amazing brats. And they made this
Is it the mac and cheese that you tried to make on the island, but you poured a whole bottle of garlic on?
yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Actually, Quinn's is actually a
It
little
actually
better.
wasn't bad. Oh, you got it from Amanda. So
Yeah.
I don't know
You
if she
said a
made
whole-
it or
You said a
not.
whole thing
Quentin-
of garlic. Ooh.
I didn't mean
Pretty
to. The
good.
top fell off.
Yeah. We
Quinn,
have some pleasant burps later.
yeah, Quentin makes this homemade cheese sauce. Oh my gosh! And then he made this amazing breakfast pizza. It was so good. Normally breakfast pizzas are meh, but he somehow makes it so his is moist.
He said moist.
Because usually they're dry, and it was so good. So
That word is oddly titillating.
I might try to make one of those. He told me how. I think I can do it. But and then we went and did some more hiking, and we did some bowling. I'm really bad, guys.
Let's go bowling. Maybe Xavier could beat you.
Oh, he could. I
He uses
won.
bumpers though. And the
Oh,
roller
yes.
thingy.
We were talking about how fun it'd be to play bumpers and try to get the lowest score.
That would be without bumpers. Then you'd get 0.
No. Play with bumpers and try to get the lowest score.
That'd be
a
fun.
challenge. Because
Not for you.
yeah, but you try to play a gutter and it's probably gonna. I don't know. But I did have one game where I got some strikes and I had like 123 and came in second. But I had one game where I got 54.
Xavier would have beat you. His last one was like 67 or something like that.
Oh, I'm really bad. Amanda used to play, so she was really good. Sarah was really good, and then Quentin, he had one amazing game where he got like 8, 7 strikes.
I'll be back.
Multiple turkeys.
I'm going to see this.
So
You wanna see
Two
the-
dashers at
You
one.
want to see the door dashers fight each other over the tips?
that was
Your
my
guy's a
turkey.
cheapskate. My guy's not.
And then at least one of them that follows the other guy, it's got to be a little easier. I don't know. It'll be interesting though. When two dashers collide, they're cross dashed.
Our food is following each other.
And then we did some kayaking and stuff. Got to see my Sarah. I got to see just a whole bunch of people I haven't seen, and it was great. And it
Flash
went
the
by too
light.
fast.
Flash the light. Maybe they'll not figure it
I
out.
probably gained like 10 pounds.
I don't know. Just pick one.
Wrong one.
Yeah, leave that on. Maybe they'll realize it's the right one.
See, boxing class started a new workout program. Work's been really busy. You don't know this, but when I got back from my trip, this place was such a disaster. I spent a lot of time making it so people could actually stay here. It was a lot of work. So, but it was embarrassingly bad, though. I can't let it get like that again. I was using it basically as a storage facility in a place in a hotel where I sleep. So I gotta live here.
This week on the episode of Hoarders.
Yeah, no kidding. But yeah, it was been a great week, and Texas is here now, and we got some pizza yesterday, and now that I'm done working and I got the lawn mowed and stuff, we can actually hang out. So, and then we're going to Cedar Point this weekend. Woo! Woo!
I bought my tickets today, by the way.
Did you? Did you get their tickets too?
My niece and nephew got theirs.
Did they? We're all set then. Everyone has their tickets.
Luckily, they gave me the Michigan Super Saver deal, so
Because you're in Michigan, because it asked about location.
had to put my my address there for my card though. So
Oh.
kind of a dead giveaway. I'm not from Michigan when my address is in
Oh well,
Texas,
they'll take your money. They don't really care. You.
Well, I'm here.
So everything's
I know,
obviously
it's
going really
amazing.
good then.
So let's see. We didn't podcast at all last week, so
Sorry, everybody.
yeah, sorry. My parents came up here on Saturday of last week, so I was kind of on my own and made chicken fajitas on Saturday night. And then I made New York strip on Sunday night, which was real good. Then Monday, I grilled up some ribeyes for Memorial Day. Worked Tuesday and Wednesday. Then yesterday, oh, so fun. So my flight was 5:30 in the morning.
Oh no!
I assumed the Austin airport wouldn't be all that busy at 5:30 in the morning. So I was like, as long as we're there by 4:45.
Wait. When was your flight?
5:30.
Okay, and you were gonna get there at 4:45. Okay.
Yes.
They both went to your neighbor's house.
Did they ring the doorbell? Oh, did Chris answer?
Some girl was out in the driveway.
Okay.
Chris.
Did Zay get the milkshakes?
My
Pulling up right now.
Oh, okay.
Can they not read?
Zay was me first.
What address did you put? Wait, how did Zay not stop them?
They went over there. That neighbor.
Oh, that neighbor.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They didn't come far enough.
Yeah.
Well, so yeah, my flight was at 5:30 in the morning. Boarding started at 5:05. I got there at 5:45. First off, I've never parked my truck at the parking garage.
Wait. What time did you get there?
4:45.
Oh, I thought you said 5:45. I'm like,
My
ooh,
bad.
you were late.
My bad. So first off, I've never left my truck at a parking garage, so I didn't know
TV
where to
tray.
go.
What the hell is that up there back?
Oh, cheese fries.
And
yeah, you had chili
so
fries.
we had to figure that out. Got there, and of course, it was busy. There was a long line at the Southwest airline. Luckily, they had that self check-in. One milkshake's yours, one milkshake's your sister's, and you guys have the chicken strips. So luckily I was able to bypass that, and then it took a little bit through TSA. My son has a beef with TSA.
Me too.
Because they went through both of his bags and they confiscated his Old Spice deodorant spray and his athlete's foot spray. Yet my bag
What
went.
did you do? Burn down an airplane with
I
it?
think that's pretty insulting, actually.
Yet my bag went through, and I had the exact same thing that they had, the Old Spice deodorant spray. They didn't even touch my bag.
Bastards.
My son's goes, it's because I'm Mexican, isn't it? Like, I think so. Either that, or
Gotta be right.
Either that, or they were insulted by your hair.
No, they're like, there's no, that guy has a date. He doesn't need the Axe spray. Oh, he's not an athlete. He doesn't have athlete's foot. That's so mean. And they thought you had a date?
I guess.
Zay, I'm pissed for you. I think they're jealous of that hair because, like, some of us can't even grow that at all. Any of us here, probably.
All right. So
Violet's jealous.
Well, you just picked on me, but I would like to point this out on the podcast. I have actually been talking to a girl for the last week.
And you sure?
And on Tuesday, we're supposed to go on a date.
Oh,
Does she know about the podcast?
Yes, she does.
Uh-oh.
Why would you do that?
She does not get offended by anything, just like I don't.
Wait, she's listened?
I don't know if she's listening or not, but she has the same sense of humor.
Are you
that
allowed
I do.
to give a first name?
Well,
Or we can shout out to
No,
her?
I don't know. But what if though it doesn't work out and then he meets some other girl and then she hears that he was dating another girl before and gets upset? I don't know why she would, but
we'll just see what happens because we're still
Whoever you are, he's an awesome, funny man.
we're still cuddly and everything.
He's got awesome kids.
Well, that part's definitely true, except for the daughter is kind of mean and violent, but you know.
well, as long as you don't get in her way.
Oh, she's watching me now.
Yeah. She's not very good at Uno though.
I won't forget. I won't forget when we had game night at my house in Eaton Rapids when they were here.
You're about to get
And
smacked
Zay
with
looked
that
at your
one.
dad and did that. That was great.
Okay, anyways, back to the airport. So I got there at 4:45, thinking I should have no trouble whatsoever. We got to the gate at 5:02, and boarding started at 5:05. I was like, I am not cutting it that close ever again because that was almost bad. And then had a layover in Chicago Midway, which wasn't too bad. Went to a store that was kind of weird there because I needed to buy some headphones because I didn't know where mine was.
Chicago.
Well, no, get in the card, like in a little machine.
Okay.
Well, here's the and you I picked out what I wanted. I picked out a pair of headphones, and I asked the lady, "Well, how do I check out?" She goes, "You did as soon as you picked it up." I'm like, what? She's like, "Just walk on out." I was like, "Okay, sure, whatever." She's like, "Do you want a receipt?" And in my head, I was like, "No," because I never get a receipt. So I left, and I'm like, I feel like I just stole.
Did you?
No, eventually they did charging me, but I was like,
What did they charge?
oh, they charged me for the headphones.
I mean,
what
like,
if you picked it up
what
and
did
you
they
didn't want it?
What they charge it on?
I think if you on my debit card,
How do they know your debit card?
because I had to put it in.
He wasn't listening.
Oh.
That's okay.
I had to put it in when I entered, and mine's got the little chip thing. And I guess when I left, it recognized that chip and saw what I got and charged me, which was really weird because I felt like I stole for about 30 minutes because I kept checking my account. I'm like, money's still in there. Money's still in there. I feel like I stole. I'm waiting for airport security to come get me. But and then I landed in Detroit, got my rental car. I have never rented a car before, so I felt like a adult for once. Yay. Then I made the 1.5-hour drive here to Battle Creek. I invaded Justin's house while he was at work, which felt kind of weird. I put in the code to Justin's door, and my son goes, "I feel like we just invaded your friend's house." I'm like, "Yeah, just a little bit." And then today I watched my nephew graduate high school. God, do I feel old?
I'm gonna say, how old do you feel now?
I feel old.
If it makes you feel better, both of my nephews graduated. My other nephew graduated
out with more people. So
What's in
Recording
progress?
has started again.
we'll see what happens there. But yeah, we're going to Cedar Point. My niece and nephew are going. Jay Hizzle's going. Rick and his daughter are going, and some people from Justin's boxing class. So it should be fun. I'm hoping my kids enjoy it. They like at least my daughter likes roller coasters. My son said he may go on some.
The water rides are sweet too.
And then, unfortunately, Monday, I head back to Texas.
And then Tuesday, he's got the big date. It's gonna be great.
We'll see. If she doesn't have to work, we'll see.
Oh yeah.
Because she just started a part-time job. So
Oh, that's cool. Do you have a plan where to go yet? Or are you gonna decide that later?
probably decide that later.
Are you thinking like dinner and
It'll probably be more around afternoon time. I don't.
lunch?
Lunch and a walk in the park.
Do they have parks in Texas?
I'm honest. Yes,
Yes,
I'm
they do.
honestly really nervous because I've not been on a first date in. Zay, how old are you? In 15 years.
First dates are always a little awkward, but and being nervous is even if you've done it many times, just how it goes. But she's probably the same way, so that's a nice thing.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens.
Just crack a few jokes. It'll break the tension.
And not awkward jokes.
Dad jokes.
I'll just
Yes,
do dad
dad
jokes.
jokes.
I'll just get a list from Jay Hizzle.
Yep.
Other than that, everything's good. Jay Hizzle's house was really clean when I got here. So apparently he did a lot of work from what he said during his week in review.
It's true, because it was rough. It was rough. I don't even know where anyone would have slept.
Got to watch some hockey, which is nice because normally I have to be in bed by
Let's go, Red Wings.
9 o'clock, 10 o'clock your guys' time. Well, I'm hoping beyond hope. When I come here in October for your big wedding, they have a gosh darn game at Little Caesars Arena because I've never been there.
It's nice.
I'm really
I've
hoping.
been there with Justin, I think, twice now.
I'm really hoping.
You and me, what, 3 times now?
I think so. That was the last time I was there. It was with you. It was a good time.
Was it a first date? Did you get a townhouse across the house, across the way, and make sweet, passionate love to Rick?
No, I don't know if there is any townhomes available, but
I was not getting checked into the board.
Is that the thing that stopped you from making sweet, tender love to
Do
Rick?
they Airbnb those townhomes right there? Because that would be awesome.
I know that's what I was thinking. I have to see if they do. There are other things, other issues with that.
All right, 10-4. Yeah, that's all about my week. Let's catch up with the man eating cheese fries that we have not seen in a really long time.
What else
Except
is in
he's-
there?
Except he's
Chili cheese.
Oh, it's chili cheese fries.
Except he's made a few cameos the last few weeks. Captain Slow, how have you been since you left the podcast?
Oh wow, he went way back.
And my parents want to know how the hell you still be a cop when all this crap on, but I've already know your answer because you told me what you're doing. So
Well, I mean,
Want me to tell that now or wait for the cop talk? Because I don't really have anything for it.
we can wait till cop
we
talk.
can wait till cop talk.
Okay.
Oh, how's life?
Life is good. My kid turned 6 back in April. Oh, excuse me.
I have not seen your kid since he was in a stroller 5 years ago.
Yeah, because
When
last
we went
time
to
you were
Binder
here, he
Park
wasn't
Zoo.
around. Yeah.
5 years ago to the day.
Yeah, 5 years ago to
Is
the
it
day.
really? Oh, yeah, because
yes,
it's graduation for your niece then.
because I keep going this year or this day 5 years ago, and I got reminded of the picture I took 5 years ago from Binder Park Zoo of the monkey licking his own asshole.
Yeah. I'll forget Justin doing the mating dance for the white peacock.
He does
That
the
was
mating
funny.
dance every time he sees a peacock.
Oh, you can turn the air back on if you need to. It's getting kind of sticky. Or does that affect the microphones?
I don't think it should.
Oh, it will.
Well, point towards me then, because I'm hot.
Oh,
But
anyway, so what?
What else you got going on?
yeah, keep going.
So yeah, working a lot. But that is life. I haven't door dashed, and they sent me email says it's been 100 days since you door dashed. This is what has changed. So I'll go back, because after I had the COVID that turned pneumonia thing, I hadn't been doing that much anymore. I lost about 15 pounds though. That was really good. I did that though because I got sick, but as you can see with the chili cheese fry, it's coming right back again.
Yeah, you lose weight when you're sick, and then it just comes right back.
It sure does. Oh, so I've started my next step in life. I've
Mailed.
shh.
Sex
No one knows
change
that
operation.
No, I'm happy with that.
Oh, I was going to call you Brittany.
So it's the wife. And it would be Brianna if that happened.
You already decided?
That's my youngest niece's name. Gross.
Anyway, so I have this whole plan in life, and I'm getting into real estate. That's like my retirement plan. I'm starting it now. I'm in the middle of taking a real estate course. Where is my phone?
Under the Gatorade.
It's under my Gatorade.
Oh, your phone.
And if anybody is looking to start real estate for the state of Michigan, actually anywhere in the country, I think they do most states, it's called Aceable Agent. That one's not as god-awful boring as a lot of the other ones are. You can do it right online, wherever you want. And you go to Groupon, you can get it for a good price. So that's what's
All
awesome.
right.
So my goal is to get into real estate.
Look out, Texas. You're going to get a new real estate agent.
Stay in law enforcement full-time and do real estate part-time on the side. Can I see how I like it? I figure you sell one house a month. That's $3,000 to $5,000 just selling one house a month. And so that'd be a good little part-time, an extra gig. And I want to save up the money because I want to build storage units. Eventually, I wanted to do income properties, duplexes and such. And I still want to do. So I want to invest with somebody sometime in the future, build a big apartment building.
I want to invest with somebody.
But this is step one. I want to be financially independent because I'm tired of working for people.
He's tired of working for the man.
I want to be paid on performance, not on what some piece of paper says.
No, he's right about that. You do want to be paid on performance.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you muted yourself. I was wondering what that red button was for.
He's muting himself because of the air conditioning, and so you don't hear him chewing my fries that he's sneaking out of my fucking bucket.
He's
I'm
not really
paying attention.
Here.
He's not
Some fries?
sneaking
Take those.
because Rick knows it's happening.
Take the rest of those. You can have
Well,
those.
it's kind of hard to sneak when he stares right at you, grabs one, and sticks it in his fucking mouth.
It's so true.
So the moral of this story: Jay Hizzle would be a horrible thief.
It's
Good
true.
thing he has good
He goes to
morals
steal your
because he'd be
stereo.
in jail.
He looks right at you.
He'd be taking the TV
Wait. If you go to like Portland or Seattle or Chicago, you can steal and get away with it.
Oh, yeah, you can.
You can. So there you go.
He would be taking a TV from Target, just staring at the employee the whole time as he's carrying it out the building.
What? The politician says I can steal now.
What?
Why are you looking at me like that?
You want to call the police?
It's because I'm white, isn't
We
it?
defend the police, or we defunded the police.
Oh.
Is that all you got, bro?
Yeah, other than that, it's been the same. I had a vacation in April.
Except he got hugged from me today.
Yeah, I did. That was wonderful. Did go on vacation in April. We went down to Cincinnati. We stayed at a hotel in a city called Blue Ash, Ohio.
Yeah,
And
it snowed there when you were on
I am
vacation.
in love with that town. It is an amazing town. Blue Ash. It's really nice. But it's weird. We got there one day. It was 80 degrees when we got there. We woke up the next morning. It was 20 degrees with 4 inches of snow on the ground. It's freaking crazy.
And you love this place.
Well, just because weather in April is the same as it is in Michigan, but it's a nice town. It's nice. Their parks are amazing.
It's in Ohio, though.
But is it because everybody in Ohio is assholes?
No, I just every time he talks, he unpushes the button. Then as soon as he's done talking, he pushes the button again.
Kind of amusing.
I know. If
Just
anywhere
makes
we're
me laugh.
thinking of moving, it's either going to be Tennessee, Florida, or Texas. Those are the 3 states. One of them. And
How
since
about Tennessee?
we're thinking about it,
That was one of the
Nashville.
states he named.
yeah. But we're thinking Florida because Ron DeSantis is freaking awesome.
Hurricanes.
That's the downfall. But
No, they're in Carolina.
You live inland enough, you're okay.
But I don't want you to live inland. I want you to be in Tampa.
I don't want to be in Tampa.
But I want you to be in Tampa.
I don't want to be in Tampa.
But I want you to be in Tampa.
I'll be in Orlando. It's only an hour and a half away.
All you fuckers are going to leave me again.
And if it's in Texas, some small town down there. But that's years down the road yet.
Scorpions.
That's
Nashville.
That's the issue.
Go to Nashville.
But in Florida, you got black panthers and rattlesnakes and random loose pythons,
Gators.
and
And Florida men.
and fire ants.
We have fire ants in Texas, but we don't have the Florida men.
But in
That's the
Nashville,
Florida men.
all you have are predators.
Florida man chases down crocodile. Florida man wears pantyhose on head and runs naked.
Florida
down
man
street.
throws alligator into restaurant drive-through window because they messed up his order.
You could be the Florida man.
Oh yeah, because all the stories always come out of what? Florida. The crazy stories. Yeah. Anyway, next.
All right, I guess we'll finally go to me.
Hours into the podcast, we're finally up to Ric Spade's week.
Let's see
We're
here.
supposed to start at 8:00 and it's 22:17, so we're 2 hours behind.
Just a little bit. It's normal.
Wait.
Memorial Day, went and hung out at B-Slow. We had steaks. That's the
I'll
whole
be
reason
back.
why we didn't have a show this week. Sorry.
My bad.
Also, my friend Brittany, I had her make these for me and Texas, and eventually the other guys
What's up,
will get one
Brittany?
too. This is our
Hey,
Poddamn
Brittany.
cups.
Thank you, Brittany.
They're pretty cool. They're 30-ounce tumblers. She handcrafts them with paint and dye and whatever else she uses. And then you can, get stuff specially written on there.
That's Vegas, Chris Colorado.
So if you want to check her out, you can get on Facebook and look up Brittany's Creations. That's BRITTENY_S Creations. You can sit there and check out the stuff that she got and check out cups and.
Do you think Brittany likes Britney Spears?
I've known.
Thank you, Brittany.
I've known her since
Joking.
like 7th grade. I don't think.
Do you
that's
need the
one of
Heimlich
things
maneuver?
that she was into?
We've known her
Okay.
since 7th grade. Who's Brittany?
It's a cool name.
She is a friend of mine that went to Battle Creek Central. When I was in junior high, I dated one of her best friends. She was also friends with my cousin Michelle.
What class is she from?
She graduated in 2005.
Oh, that was my class. I went to Battle Creek School, so. What's your last name?
You just said Battle Creek Central, not Harper Creek.
I went to Battle Creek Public Schools before I got Harper Creek.
Oh, my bad.
Yep.
But you came to Harper Creek in like 3rd grade.
4th.
But yeah, she
Miss Singer.
Oh, yeah.
her dad's also a part of the motorcycle club that my uncles are in. So, like I said, I've
I'm
known
sorry,
her
you
for a
guys
long
getting a
time.
close up of me eating. There we go.
So,
Is her last name?
That's okay. He'll just put it.
Does your last name have a bus in it?
I think you just put grease all over your camera, just so you know.
What?
where are you getting buses from?
I'm just.
It's the top one.
I just didn't want to give any information away. Oh wow,
Jay Hizzle is stalking you.
it's true, but she makes really cool stuff.
She does. She made this star cup that should be down there somewhere. That was really cool.
She does stuff with sand.
That one. Go back up. That one. It's like a galaxy cup.
Wow, I'm impressed. Very nice stuff.
Yeah. So give her a check out. I believe her cups are $25 a piece.
Good price.
I'm sure shipping would be involved if you're getting it outside of Michigan.
Thank you, Rick. Thank you, Brittany.
I guess I would assume shipping would be involved.
welcome.
Other than that, Lot got in trouble this week, so I had to punish him, which wasn't fun. But I made him do yard work, and my driveway's completely clean now. So I got that going for me.
You also broke a rake right after you bought it.
You rake.
Never buy a plastic rake, but that was all they had at Walmart. So
That's all I have are plastic rakes, and they're great.
my metal ones lasted me for the last 5 years. So,
Plastic ones are just bigger, and they don't get so many leaves stuck in them.
well, it's one of those wide metal rakes. It's got the wooden handle. Let's take the fucking fries, Jesus.
It's just fun watching Jay just kind of stare at Rick, and then when Rick looks at me, he just kind of sneaks, but then he's like eating it.
Do you know what this reminds me of? When I was little, and I lived in that house on Wild Road.
You don't want them? Oh, wow.
I was watching the movie. I don't know if anybody remembers this. Does anybody remember Mouse and the Motorcycle?
No.
Okay.
I need to go make
There
fry
was
sauce.
there was a book called Mouse and the Motorcycle, and it became a movie. And they had 3 movies. It was like Mouse and the Motorcycle, Runaway Ralph, and I can't remember what the third one was called.
I remember Fievel Goes West, but that's about it.
Yeah.
There are no cats in America.
Anyways, I'm watching this, and as I'm watching it,
That's not what Fievel said.
as I'm watching it, I'm eating like the okie dokie cheddar popcorn. I look down, and this mouse sits right next to me, and is just sitting there eating a piece of popcorn that I dropped right next to me, like didn't have a good fucking care in the world. And I kind of freaked out. And then he ran back into the hole in my house, and then he ran back out, trying to be all sneaky to grab that piece of popcorn, and then he just sat there and kept eating it next to me. So I was just like, all right, fuck it. So he was my buddy until he died.
Justin, you're a mouse, and you will be his friend until you die.
He said, "Oh, thank you." By the way, to that.
I heard him.
Oh, I know. I was letting the people on the podcast know.
Okay. Well, I thought maybe
Like
they heard
3
him.
watchers.
Well, maybe 4 now. Hi, you know who you are.
We have like 25 to 30.
But yeah,
Hang on a second. I'm sorry. Jay Hizzle goes, "I gotta make fry sauce." So he ran to the fridge and grabbed ketchup.
no, he put mayonnaise
Oh,
underneath
okay.
it.
I didn't see the mayonnaise underneath it. I had to apologize. I was like, "Wow, his fry sauce is really plain." Just
And
ketchup.
what do you add mayonnaise to, Jay? The wop.
Oh, wow.
See, it's kind of like when you do anal and she bleeds, but you still
Oh
come in.
God,
Dude.
Brian was in the.
I want to
middle of
eat
eating.
these fries, okay?
That was a little much, Rick. I'm sorry.
You sound like you're speaking from experience. I hope that was just something you made up.
No, it wasn't.
Sorry, Bob. He didn't mean it.
Yeah, other than that, just been watching hockey,
You said,
watching
yeah.
wrestling.
I need more drink soon.
House is clean. Been dealing with some stuff personally. Oh, yeah. Was going to get dental implants until they told me that they wanted an extra $4,000 on top of the $4,000 on my insurance.
Jesus.
Which I sat there and I tried to do the math. I said, now look, that sign said $675 per tooth. I said, if that's 6, that's $4,070. I've done the math. Where's this extra $4,000 coming from? He couldn't give me an answer, so I walked out. So
I'll do it for $10.
I'm not letting you drill and put anything in my mouth.
Why would you only charge $10? You could probably at least get 100.
I gotta go knock out a couple kids' teeth first and get away with that. So. Luckily, here in Battle Creek, I don't think I have any issues with that. Just like, come here, you little bastard.
It's Battle Creek. They don't have teeth.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. As we were walking through Walmart yesterday, where I came across Rick, but he wasn't paying attention to me. I was in the way of somebody, and I was like, "Kids, get out of the aisleway because I don't know where I'm going." And then the guy goes, "Oh, you're going to Battle Creek." I'm like, as soon as he walked away, I was like, "Kids, don't do drugs."
That reminds me. I read a post actually from your niece. She said that Walmart, someone had a finger monkey, and that's a real thing.
Yeah, it's like a little monkey.
No,
that
they're little.
just-
Like 3 inches.
Rick, have you
long.
seen the finger monkey?
No, I've only seen the guy that has a dog that looks like my dog.
I was blown away. I thought, like, what is that? And I looked it up. I'm like, you can buy these little monkeys. I hear they're not the nicest creatures, but
I read that they could actually kill you with the bite for some reason. It can give you like a
Rabies?
no.
I thought some kind of shock or
That's
something.
like a poochin
Yeah.
you're thinking of.
No, like the finger monkey. It said, "What are the downfalls of owning a finger monkey?" And it goes, "Its bite can send you into anaphylactic shock or something like that." Not anaphylactic, but
So they're venomous?
no.
I think any animal probably could do that.
Your heart.
Cardiac arrest.
There you go, cardiac
I
arrest.
think because
Thank
it's
you.
startling or something. I don't know.
I was like, how could that little thing give you cardiac arrest? But you know, Google tells the truth about everything.
Uncle Google.
Good
At
old
least it-
Uncle
The
Google.
liberal bastards that like to lie and control.
At least it won't sniff your hair.
But they support the hair sniffer. Sorry, I'm getting political again.
Save it for Southern Charm.
Mimi, yeah, that's now cop talk.
Oh yeah, that's right. There is no Southern Charm because
Bite me. Save it for bite me.
sure, whatever.
All right, are you
Fighting in
guys
Southern Charm.
are you guys ready for news?
No.
No? Oh. Would you like to keep going?
Next.
Oh, are you guys ready for news?
Next.
Oh, this is some good news, all right? Because this is something I feel like my dad would think I would do. Police in Massachusetts said a man who drove his SUV onto a golf course and became stuck at the 6th hole told officers he had been led astray by his GPS app. You see me doing that. Turn right. It's a drop off into a lake, but okay. The GPS knows best.
You know, before GPS got like real pinpoint accurate with like their directions, I remember I had an iPhone and I was trying to go to the Denny's in Marshall, and it told me to turn right instead of left at the fountain. And I went way out in the fucking boonies where like Martian shit was.
Well, at the fountain, you want to go north from the fountain. Yeah.
Right, but instead of going that way, I went that way. So I was way away from even the highway. I was out in the boonies. I could see water. I said, I don't know where the fuck I am. I had to turn around.
Okay, so 5 years ago, I was an Uber driver in San Marcos. And I was trying to pick up this person who was on Texas State University somewhere. And my GPS goes, turn right. I'm like, that's a one-way street, the wrong direction. Turn right. I'm like, I can't turn right because it's one way this way. You want me to go that way. So I kind of made a U-turn, and then it goes, turn left. I go, you just told me to turn right. Now you told me to turn left in the other direction. What the hell's going on? Luckily, I found him, but dear Lord, GPS trying to get me killed.
And this is why he's no longer an Uber driver.
When Rick said that, I automatically went to a certain scene of a certain movie where he's like, you realize what you've done? Wait. Pardon my friend, he's a little slow. The town is that way.
I thought you were going to say you drove half the way in the wrong direction. I'm only human, Harry.
Such a good movie. I want to watch it again. But anyway, the Newton Police Department said officers were called to the 6th hole of the Braeburn County Golf Club. This happened at 5 a.m. Wow. SUV stuck in the grass. So apparently the driver told police he had dropped some friends off at 2 a.m. and was following the Waze GPS because it shows you the Waze, which led him onto the golf course. The man told police the darkness caused him to take a turn too wide and became stuck. Police said the man did not appear to be intoxicated, but he probably wished he was. And is not facing any charges. The SUV was removed from its lodging and the golf course was determined to be undamaged. Yeah, his friends aren't going to let him go that one. Hey, don't let Fred use the GPS. He'll literally go wherever it tells him to.
You know, the only good part about the Waze app was the fact that it had different voices. Like when I used it, I had Morgan Freeman.
Ah, yes.
Now that you turn left, you have now reached your destination. May peace be with you.
And
this
also
is the March of the
you.
Penguins.
There is a GPS app. My wife downloaded this, and I believe she paid for the subscription because like $10 for a lifetime or something like that. And it acts if you miss the turn, it cusses at you. And before it tells you where to turn, it cusses at you while giving you the instructions too. It's absolutely hilarious.
Should we be sad that Captain B and his wife like to be yelled at and sworn at by the GPS?
Turn right, asshole. You turn left, you dumb bitch.
Yell at me some more, please.
That's okay. You could get it in Russian. In Soviet Union, road fork you.
Isn't that still English?
That's a Family Guy thing, dude. Calm down.
Yeah, gosh, fair enough.
I found out Ren and Snippy was a very inappropriate TV show.
Did you just say Snippy?
He said Snippy.
He did.
Snippy.
He showed me the link yesterday. It's actually pretty funny.
I'll find it again later.
By the way, Montreal won 1-0 and is up 2-0.
Wow, Carey Price, man, he might just win the cup on his own. All right, so world record alert. A parking space in a Hong Kong neighborhood. So, like, I think in an underground of a high-rise building. Guess how much it sold for?
$1.3 million.
Is that what you think?
Sure.
What do you think?
1 penny.
What do you think?
Times a trillion.
$3.4 million.
All right, one of you is right and two of you are wrong. 3 point. No, I'm just kidding. $1.1 million.
Really?
Did you really just guess that?
I really just guessed that. I didn't know.
Wow.
That's
Yep.
my go-to when someone says guess the world record. I was like 1.3 million.
That was exactly on.
That's my guess.
Wow.
All the time.
I thought
It
you were
is
going
a-
to say it was like the widest parking spot ever. And
It is 134 square feet, so
I didn't say, well, Asian women need more room to park cars.
Oh wow. Okay.
oh wow, that's just crazy. Can you imagine? Like, I just purchased like this cool parking spot for $1.3 million. I don't know why a Valley Girl purchased it in Hong Kong, but anyway, that was impressive.
Please do not try an Asian accent with the Valley Girl thing.
Okay.
An
Before we,
AEW announcer got fired for that recently.
okay, for the record, we do not have Asian and Pacific Islander hate. These are all jokes.
We love everybody.
Absolutely.
Someone tried to do an accent and got fired.
Everyone's butt hurt nowadays.
There was a
Well, actually, now the toilet paper with aloe's back.
there was an announcer, a Spanish announcer.
He was one of the Spanish announcers. He was doing the Spanish announcing for AEW, and he did like a stereotypical Asian accent.
He basically mocked her accent, but he didn't know he was live mic'd, and he got fired for it. So
Man, no one can take a joke anymore.
yeah. That's
still,
sad.
that's not
that's
something you should do.
something you should do, even if you.
Was he mocking me mean, or was he just making a joke?
No, he was
He's
mocking to
talking
be mean.
Oh, you shouldn't do that to be mean. I'll agree with you on that. If he was just trying to be funny or something, that's one thing. But if it was like to be mean,
And he was being
It's
told
another.
by the person with him to stop it, to shut
Oh.
up, to not do that anymore, and he just kept doing it.
nope. Okay, that's a totally different situation than I thought. He deserved to be fired. I'd be like, "You're fired."
Yeah, he would do it in the Arnold accent and everything.
All right, guys. Airline Qantas said engineers maintaining a fleet of Airbus 380s in California's Mojave.
It's called Mojave.
Really? Really?
The Mojave Desert in the country that we live in.
It must be Mojave or Mojava, like coffee.
Mojave.
Anyway,
Mojave.
so they're using broom handles as wheel whackers. So they're
Did they hire a bunch of witches to come and whack the wheels?
whack, whack, whack.
That sounds like a sexual innuendo.
So they're wheel whacking to keep rattlesnakes out of planes.
Wheel whack.
I'm tired of these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane. But the Australian airline said in a post on its website, engineers have been maintaining the fleet of planes that have been stored in the desert since COVID-19. Oh yeah, because it caused things to decline. So everyone's parking their planes in California and Arizona.
There's a giant plane graveyard in the Mojave.
Oh, I want to go
It's
there.
huge.
There is well known for feisty rattlers who love to curl up around the warm rubber tires and aircraft wheels and brakes.
The warm rubber.
They like to use the warm rubber.
So to make sure the snakes don't get to the warm weather, they're using broom whackers, wheel whackers.
Broom whackers. Wheel whackers.
Now that is
Whack off.
whack.
I don't know.
That is
The bush
whack.
whack.
Every aircraft has its own designated wheel whacker for the rubber. So
Do the bushwhackers lick the tires when they're done?
I don't know, but they've encountered a few rattlesnakes and scorpions. Ooh, Texas loves the scorpions. But the wheel whacker does its job and they scuttle off. It's a unique part of looking after these aircraft while they're in storage.
I crushed a scorpion at work and I sent you the picture.
Yeah, that was like, whoa. Oh my goodness. The Tennessee police have released the body cam footage. I don't know if you heard of this controversial thing that's happened, but there was a 3-hour chase. It was a cops chasing the zebra. It escaped from an exotic animal auction. So the Cookeville Police Department released the body camera footage Sunday from the chase that ensued on May 7th when the zebra was spotted wandering near Prescott South Middle School. Dun dun. I roped a couple horses in my day, an officer said in the footage, which shows the zebra keeping a distance from the officer and jumping a fence at one point. Police said the chase lasted about 3 hours before they were able to coax the animal into a trailer. Zebras are legal to own in Tennessee, which places the animals in the same category as horses. The zebras are staying silent at this time. It was read as Miranda rights, and it remains silent.
It is already wearing black and white stripes, right?
It is.
They're in orange now, yeah. But the old movie Hollywood days.
Oh, okay.
Let's be honest, though. The zebra called a penalty.
Probably a bad call.
Yeah, it probably was. You're right. Oh, no. Officials in Pennsylvania high school said a bobcat prompted the building to be evacuated when it was spotted inside. Guess what? It was a waste of evacuation because it turned out to be an escaped house cat.
Oh my God.
Sometimes people have a hard time, is it a cat or is it a bobcat? So,
You'd
but
be
hey,
surprised at how many people can't figure out it's a bobcat or a mountain lion.
but
It's insane.
really?
It's simple.
Yeah.
It's simple to find out the difference between a bobcat and a house cat.
You arrested
No,
them?
I didn't know if it was them or not, so I called them out by name when they responded.
That's awesome.
Marco Polo, damn it!
So it worked. I'm like, oh, it is you. You're under arrest.
Nice. Was his name actually Bob?
No.
Am I under arrest or should I get some more? You was doing 55 and a 54. But yeah, so the students were.
Station.
Oh, it's in
Step out
Scranton.
of the car.
Scranton,
office.
Pennsylvania. Oh my gosh, this was no
I wonder
wonder.
if they know The Office.
Dun, 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 dun. Anyway, they sent this kids home.
Do you want to kill that thing behind you for a few more minutes? I'm cold.
Or you point it towards me. I'm still hot. My face is red.
It still comes straight. It doesn't change directions.
Yeah, it does.
And it still blows on me.
That's
That's okay. My left side.
Texas is feeling so good. So anyway, that's kind of cool, right? I mean,
So
kids
good.
are like,
so good.
the kids know now we can just bring our cat. If we want the day off, we'll just bring our house cat in, let it roam the school, and get it off because everyone's gonna be like, Bobcat, oh my gosh! Literally, they don't need to learn the animals there. And wow, that is the news. In case you guys are wondering, so I think it's time that we play a game. Who is your daddy, and what does he do?
I'm angry.
Game
So
of the
you're angry?
week.
You're angry?
Apparently. I'm angry.
We only took a week off and you can't remember your buttons.
Which one's the peacock?
You might have to come
You
over.
don't know.
Yes. Still the same one.
You want to come sit in this corner so I can hand with the microphone. So for this week, we have enlisted the help of my son.
You have a son?
We are going to do Idiotz Trivia. Rick wanted to play,
Yay!
so my son's going to read the questions. So I'm going to turn the microphone to him. Say hi, Zay.
Hi, Zay.
I might get closer. I don't think I'm going further.
Hi.
Oh, yeah, I'll go further.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
All right. So some of these, excuse me for my French.
Oh, you speak French?
Yes.
Oui.
Oui, oui.
Bonjour. Comment
Je
ça va?
Jimpel, Jésus.
Je joue au hockey.
All right.
Edition, s'il vous plaît.
Are y'all ready?
En coca, s'il vous plaît.
So remember, on this one, the questions are A, B, C, or D, and you have to try to guess it right.
All right.
Whoa. Does anyone keep a score? You want me to keep score?
Yeah, keep score.
Come on, your pen.
It works half the time.
No, 50%. Better than most of my grades.
Unless you want the marker back. He's trying to make a scoreboard.
Oh, so in case you're wondering, Texas is making a scoreboard right now. That's why I went silent for a bit.
I was about to say, who's T?
So-
Who's Josh?
And
Oh.
So how it works is Zay's going to read the questions, and then we're going to hold up A, B, C, or D.
okay,
Zay's going to say what we picked, and then he's going to tell us what the right answer was so we can figure out what the score is.
okay.
Or
I'm going to win, guys.
should we say what we picked? That way he doesn't have to.
Yeah, we can do that.
I'm sure he's already probably a little uncomfortable.
Why? I'll turn the air conditioning on in a little bit again.
Because some of these are really,
Inappropriate.
yeah, kind of.
It's fine.
I mean, I don't even know what it means then.
We get-
I'll be 16 next month. It doesn't matter.
I know you're gonna be able to drive. It's so exciting.
Yep.
Rumor has it you're actually already a pretty good driver.
Well, it's a pretty good rumor.
I really like that response. I'm going to use that.
Do I start?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay. If you have alien hand syndrome, you are a person A, whose hand acts on its own, and you may even choke yourself. B, who enters dark public spaces and gets masturbated by an unseen party. C, who whacks off to ET. And D, who uses a fake hand to masturbate.
Wow.
Please be this one. Please be this one.
Jay Hizzle has chosen A. Or sorry, Jay Hizzle has chosen C. I have chosen A. Rick has chosen B.
That's not one of the answers.
Brian chose Batman symbol.
Don't you have regular letters in front of you too? Oh yeah, you're supposed to give them the extra letters. Did you give them the extra letters?
Okay, Brian has gone C. So Justin and B are C. Rick is B, and I am A.
In case anyone's wondering, C is you whack off to ET.
Alien hand syndrome.
What's the
Okay,
answer?
it's A.
Yes.
Oh, come on. It was definitely C.
It was definitely Batman symbol.
I really thought it was A, but I was like, man, it would be funny if that's what alien syndrome was getting whacked up by somebody else. In the dark alley.
Jack off to ET.
I know the funny one.
All right, number 2. You might have to get a little bit closer to this.
All right. Giving someone a Poughkeepsie inhaler is grounds for being dumped on the spot. This means you A, blew into a vagina while giving oral.
Don't you suck inhalers though?
Or B, vaped while doing a doggy style.
I appreciate you going through these and grabbing real questions.
Or C, wait, got too stoned and couldn't get hard. Or D, farted while having oral sex.
Could you repeat B again?
B was vaped while doing a doggy style.
I think A's out.
All right, Jay Hizzle has gone with B. Rick has gone with A. Brian has gone with 7, and I have gone with D.
That is not an answer.
We gotta send him back to Elmo and there we go. B Slow has chosen A.
The answer is D.
Yes!
What was D again?
Should have gone with D.
Farted during oral. And just so you know, while we were over here, he was in another room
Picking
picking these cards. I have no idea what he chose. I'm apparently just very messed up in the head.
I mean, all our answers were messed up in the head. I'm just saying.
And I don't know if this is funny because my 16-year-old's reading it out, but I'm having a hard time paying attention because this is funny as shit.
All right, this one's kind of normal. The record for the longest time spent without sleeping is held by Randy Gardner, and it is A, 5 days, B, 18 and a half days, C, 13 days, or D, 11 days.
What's your
All right,
question?
So Rick has chosen B, Jay Hizzle has chosen C, I have chosen A, and B Slow has chosen Q.
Here's a question.
That is not an answer.
What's your question? Oh, that's not what the Q for.
Okay, B Slow has chosen A.
The answer is D.
Oh, we're all wrong.
You were wrong.
That's why I was wrong.
Hey, the Q kind of looks like a D with a line through it.
It's a circle with a comma.
So the D's kind of a circle with a flat side.
Maybe yours is, but it probably looks weird. Go ahead.
All right.
Good night, everybody. That's our show.
Did I draw it wrong?
That was good. That was quick.
All right. Okay. Okay. The next one is when you swim in a chlorinated pool, your eyes start to get red from this being in the water. A, urine, B, feces, C, sweat, or D, all of the above.
Really?
Just waiting on Hizzle.
What will make? I think no, because people swim in urine all the time. Okay.
They do.
Okay, so Jay Hizzle has selected B. Rick and I have selected D. And Brian has selected Z.
I'm gonna fuck you up. That's not one of the answers.
Okay, Brian switched it to C.
The answer is D, all of the above.
Yes.
I don't understand.
I'm on the board.
Wait. So there's feces in my pool?
No, I don't understand why. When you're in the pool, why are you sweating in the pool?
Have you ever, dude? You don't think people who play polo or
You're sweaty when you jump into the pool?
and
It makes your eyes
have
burn?
you never not?
And
Have you ever not farted in your pool? I'm sure you shirt every now and then.
Oh yeah, I fart in my pool all the time, but I don't shirt my pants.
just because you wipe good doesn't mean that there's not fecal matter somewhere in your underwear.
Finkel, Howard Finkel,
So
or Ray Finkel? Laces out?
so the red eyes is a form of pink eye? Like someone farts on your pillow?
Temporary pink eye.
All right, next question.
Since 1978, a man has kept a collection of this in jars.
Oh no.
A, mucus, B, knuckle hairs, C, baby horses, D, toenail clippings.
Good call.
What was that?
Mucus.
All right, so Jay Hizzle and I have selected D. Rick has selected C, and has selected Batman symbol.
Oh, for the love of God.
Batman, I need your help.
Does that mean B?
Will you please pick a right answer?
Okay, Brian has one with D.
The answer was D, toenail clippings.
Yeah.
You know, I thought about doing toenail clippings, but I really wanted it to be baby horses.
How would you keep a baby horse in a jar? They're big, aren't
Like
they?
the fetus, like you aborted a horse.
Well, that's so sad. Why would we do that?
Yeah, why would you?
I don't know.
Because two horses got together that shouldn't. Next question.
Which greeting was originally a way to make sure a person wasn't carrying a concealed weapon to murder you? A, waving hello. B, the hug. C, bowing. And then D, the handshake.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Which one was hug?
B.
I have a logical thought behind this one.
I'm just copying Captain B because I feel like he would know this.
Okay, so Jay Hizzle and B have gone with
The
D, and Rick and I have gone with B.
The answer was D.
Yeah.
You know why? Because when you shake someone's hand, that's your gun hand that you don't have. Whereas if you have a gun, you keep that hand free.
Interesting.
See, I was thinking if you hug somebody, you can give them a little frisk.
That's what I thought.
But they could also stab you when you hug them.
Jared Jesse is a man who lets his ass do the talking. What farting world record does the Filipino man own? A,
All of them.
farthest distance shooting an object via flatulence.
Please be A. Please be A.
B, most consecutive farts in 1 minute. C, most candles blown out by farts. D, longest fart ever.
Wow.
I'm going with what I want it to be. I don't even care if I get answers right. I got one right already.
I'm afraid if he goes with C, he's gonna light things on fire. So I'm gonna go with this one.
It's just his button. It's on fire.
Okay, so J, B, and I have gone with A, and Rick has gone with B.
The answer is C.
Oh, that's what I was gonna go
Which
with.
one was C?
That was the candles.
The candles.
I was gonna go with that one.
I don't know. I could probably take him out of that sometimes. So give Ricky Yoo-hoo and he'll take that record over.
also clear out in Old Navy.
Does that make sense though? Wouldn't you think if you were to do that, it would make the candles go like higher?
That's why I didn't choose that one. I thought that because you know that thing, if you put a candle or if you put a lighter by your butt and fart, it's supposed to make it go.
It does. I've seen it.
That's why I thought if you did it with a candle, it just make it go.
Yeah, that makes no sense. Maybe they're confused on the answer.
Well, maybe the way he farts.
Maybe they're
it creates
far
like
enough away.
like
Or
a
maybe it
funnel.
explodes and then goes out.
Wind tunnel.
Are you trying it? Oh.
Do we have any candles?
Oh. Oh.
That's not going to be a very pretty sight. No one wants to see your ass.
Nothing's a pretty sight that he's doing right now.
Quit looking at it.
You can't help it. It's so round. It's out there. It's like one of those rap guys' girlfriends.
Now everybody has seen B's ass.
I am drinking the
What?
tank detector.
Dank.
The tank detector?
Dank.
I don't know what that means.
I'll get a refill after the game.
My butt's
Texas, I need to also drink. Yeah, I should put pads on these chairs. Yo, Violet, what up?
Go ahead, Zay. Next question.
All right. Okay. A 2014 study proved beer goggles a real thing, and the impairment can make people think these are better looking than they really are. A, pictures of dogs. B, pictures of loved ones. C, pictures of landscapes. D, pictures of themselves.
I was waiting for pictures of significant others.
Which one was pictures of loved ones?
B.
That's if you're in the hills of Kentucky.
Oh, man. Cousin Carol's is looking really good.
All right. So Jay Hizzle and Captain Slow have chosen D. Rick has chosen B, and I have chosen C.
The answer is A.
The answer is C.
Yes!
And you're a lucky guess.
Why is he no worthless trivia? No, he's good at this. We're going to take you to real trivia sometime.
Get a
Well,
Tuesday
here's the
trivia
thing.
at Applebee's
When
when they
I
have a
get
start again.
drunk, I don't think I'm good looking, but I like pictures of landscapes. I don't think I look good any time of the day. So, landscapes.
When I'm
Yeah.
drunk, my confidence goes up.
All right.
Liquid courage.
I'm pretty confident normally, but
How many more questions do we have, sir?
20.
4? Okay.
No, 5,
Oh.
I think.
The beer has head.
All right, next question. Ryan Stock set the world record for shoving this object a total of 56 centimeters up his nose.
Oh, I thought we were going somewhere else with this.
Ooh.
A glow stick. B, knife. C, pencil. D, tampon.
Please tell me. Do I go with the one I want to be?
I'm thinking that's the flexible one.
Why not? Why not a glow stick? I think that'd be cool.
All right. So Rick and Captain Slow have chosen D. Jay Hizzle has selected A, and I have selected C.
The answer is A.
Yeah. Give me that point, please, sir.
See, my thought was if you stick the tampon in there, you still got the string so you can pull that some bitch out.
And it's flexible and it can bend once it gets up and starts.
But my
coming
thought was
down,
at
you know?
night, it's better to be able to glow.
Y'all ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Is your sister suffering from Capgras delusion? She might be if she thinks the following is true about you. A, you're an imposter pretending to be you. B, you're trying to kill her. C, you're trying to kidnap her. D, you're an alien.
What's it called again?
Capgras delusion, I think.
I thought you were going to say if she thinks she's good at Uno.
Can you give me the answers one more time?
A, you're an imposter pretending to be you. B, you're trying to kill her. C, you're trying to kidnap her. D, you're an alien.
All right. So Jay Hizzle and I have selected D. Rick has selected A, and
Batman.
Captain Slow.
I am Batman.
Batman symbol.
No, damn it.
So would that be B?
I choose D.
The answer is A.
Damn it. Batman was wrong.
You wanted
You're fired.
Batman won the D, but it didn't get
They
it.
actually did this on
They got the A.
either
instead.
Law and Order SVU or New Amsterdam.
Law and Order. ...
Big Bang Theory.
So tell us, Zay, what's the next question?
All right. You may think your kitchen is clean, but this place has
Cleanest.
more germs than your toilet. A, the faucet. B, ice cube maker. C, inside the dishwasher. D, the counters.
Which one was faucet?
A,
Which one was the ice maker?
B.
I'm just gonna try B. Oh, someone already has B. Wait. Then I'm gonna go C to guarantee that one of us is winner, even though I'm the best, besides maybe Abraham Lincoln.
Okay, so
right.
Jay Hizzle has selected C. Rick has selected A. B Slow has selected D, and I have selected B.
The answer is B.
Yes.
Which one was B?
Ice tray. Ice cube maker.
That was the one I was actually gonna do, but then I want to be different. Why don't I follow my gut? Because then I'd be really, really overweight. Because my gut tells me eat pizza, eat more. I'm full. Doesn't matter.
Mine too.
All right. A UK woman has a rare disorder where her body violently rejects every single food except this one. A, raw hamburger. B, Fruity Pebbles. C, chicken McNuggets. D, Tic Tacs.
I was waiting for someone to say sperm.
Every single food except one.
Say them again.
A, raw hamburger. B, Fruity Pebbles. C, chicken McNuggets. D, Tic Tacs.
Hopefully, no, I guess it was Tic Tac. That's not even food.
All right, so Rick and I have selected A, and B Slow and Jay Hizzle have selected B.
The answer is D.
Tic Tacs.
So all she can eat is Tic Tacs. Wow.
Well, she's got
Last
a fresh
question.
breath.
Is this a big question, or do you already win?
Yeah, you already.
I've already won.
Oh, okay. Is there a battle for second, third, or fourth place?
Rick and I are tied for last place with 2.
You have 3, so
Oh, this is big.
if
if
you get
Rick-
if
Some people might say this is the biggest question of the night.
if you get it right, you finish in second.
I got this, guys. I got it.
All right, I'm actually gonna try in this one because I don't want to be last.
Okay. Sleep tight. In just over 2 years, what percentage of a pillow's weight is made up of dead dust mites and their droppings? A, 4%. B, 15%. C, 22%. D, 33%.
How many years?
2.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think it's really that much.
All right, so
Was 7% an answer?
Jay Hizzle selected A, Rick selected C, B Slow has selected 7, and I have selected D.
You really want to lose, don't you?
Okay, B Slow switch it to B.
The answer is D.
Boom.
I guess that means that I came in second place. It sounds like most of you really suck at this game, besides one of you. You're like the Abraham Lincoln of trivia.
How many questions was that?
13.
Yeah, 13.
So out of 13, I've got 7 correct. Jay Hizzle got 3. Rick and Brian got 2.
For the record, I'm usually the host of this show.
Aren't
so
you
y'all can
happy
fuck
you
off.
played? Thank you, Zay.
Thank you very much, Zay.
I don't think I've laughed
So, do you want
harder
to know
than
your
hearing
percentage wise?
than hearing you read some of those things.
You still failed. 53%.
It's okay. I beat I beat the 3 of you, so.
We all got E's.
Oh my gosh, guys.
Justin's first E.
We have a famous segment coming up that we haven't done in a long time.
We do.
I'm Batman.
Man. Can we just do this like 3 weeks ago or something like that?
for Cop Talk.
Oh, that was working?
Ugh. Tasers hurt.
Well, we played it. I don't think we actually had a cop.
So you want to
out
know something about cop talk?
Yeah.
Cops really do talk a lot. If you get a bunch of cops together, there's a lot of talking to be done.
Well, they have so many stories and things to share.
And it's always, oh, remember this? I did this. I did that. Remember this crazy person? Oh, that one. Remember that he got tased?
Remember the shrooms?
No.
Remember the guy on shrooms, not the.
I know.
Yeah. That,
Mm. Oh, yeah. Was there a question?
You had a question?
Oh, yeah. My parents wanted to know how you can still be a cop with all this crap going on.
It's tough. It's super tough. That's kind of the reason why I started the whole real estate thing. I mean, I could leave it right now and go DoorDash and make more money,
which is really sad.
It really is.
But they do need more DoorDashers out there. So
they do. They need more cops, but they're defunding them. That's going to be in that one.
It's just interesting. It's like,
I don't take normal photos.
how would you like to get paid almost?
No.
What? Oh, wow.
That was me at my nephew's graduation. I don't take normal photos.
I thought he's a germaphobe. Did you wash your hands or is he really mad at you right now?
He was actually, he didn't mind it today because he was already dirty at the time.
Oh, so he does get down and dirty.
But once after he showers, no one's allowed to touch him.
We know that you don't take normal photos. I had
No.
the picture of you holding Jay in front of the elephant.
Yeah, I don't do normal photos.
Anyway,
Isn't it amazing how big elephants are? But
This is usually what happens during my segment. So
I'm just thinking though.
Hey, Jay, why don't you just get us a couple refills and
Oh yeah, well, a minute.
and let
But,
Be Slow talk about cop talk.
but he was saying, and it makes sense. So now they're like, "How would you like this amazing job? We're gonna pay you maybe about as much as you can make door dashing, and you get to put your life on the line every single day. You could get shot, you could die, and guess what? People really aren't going to like you. And in fact, if you do something wrong, they're going to try to prosecute you to the fullest extent of the law, even if it really wasn't wrong, but they perceived it to be wrong.
And you basically need to text LeBron James to find out what he would do in this situation.
and you also don't have a pension anymore.
Really? They got rid of your guys' pension and everything?
Almost no police have pensions anymore.
Almost no one has pensions.
You know what used
but-
to draw people to police? You were
The abuse of power?
respected. No,
I'm just
that's
kidding. I'm
You get to
just
drive a
kidding.
police car. That's pretty
less
cool.
than
I'm
0.0, less than
kidding.
1% of all cops actually misfit their
I was
uniform.
kidding.
I know, I know, but I'm just
Because-
saying that's what it's, people
Is that
think
because they get measured for the uniform, or is that why they don't usually
because the
misfit it?
majority of cops are actually out there to do good.
Oh, we're not actually talking about uniform size. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
go fill your damn alcohol.
Anyway, it's tough still being able to do this job. Even in the state of Michigan on April 1st, they made the most ridiculous law pass. Politicians should not be allowed to make criminal law. Ever.
How about the people who are not from Michigan? What law did they make? I don't know.
Okay, well, people outside law enforcement don't really know that this even exists. Basically, if it's a misdemeanor, you can't arrest them anymore. You have to write them an appearance citation. Basically, if it's nonviolent, so it's not assaultive or domestic, and I don't know what's going on behind me, but they're laughing at me.
No, we're laughing.
Oh, here he is.
Jay's dropping ice cubes as loud as he fucking.
And remember,
possibly
the
can.
ice cube tray is dirtier than your toilet seat.
It's okay. I know Jay Hizzle's toilet's actually pretty clean.
Yeah, but see, he's putting alcohol in it, so in the end, it ends up diluting the germ. Never mind. Anyways,
Watch Jay.
so
We're watching you.
We apologize for everyone watching this at this moment.
But anyway, it's absolutely ridiculous, the new law that started here. They tell you that you can't even arrest drunk drivers.
Really?
Yep. If you go over to like Wayne County, over near Detroit, you drive drunk, you just get a ticket.
I don't have to worry about drinking and driving anymore.
And you still get punished for it, but you don't see any time in jail.
I don't believe in drinking and driving, even if it's legal.
But where I'm employed, the prosecutor says you better bring them to jail. But it's stupid, you get these people that drive suspended on their license with like 20 convictions. You're not allowed to arrest them anymore. It's absolutely insane. You get these people that keep trespassing over and over and over again. You can't arrest them anymore. It's ridiculous. I mean, politicians should not be allowed to write criminal law. I mean, granted, the Constitution requires them to write the law, but what they need to do is they need to go to actually somebody in law enforcement that actually works the field and tell them how the real world works. People don't know how the real world works. But I'm able to keep doing it. It's because of where I work. I can't tell you guys anywhere I work, but where I work, it's conservative. It's very supportive of their police. Even the criminals support the police out there.
Really? The meth heads support you?
Yeah, they'll still call us if they need help. And as long as you treat them with respect, if you're on the side of the road fighting, they're going to stop and help you. As long as you treat them with respect, and that's what you got to do. And that's how I'm able to do it, because I still like to think I can make a difference, even if it's just one person my whole career. It's fantastic. So there's Justin with his crazy eyes. Oh, I said the crazy. Oh my goodness. You just moved really fast because the lag on the computer. It was funny.
All right.
Anyway, I could still keep being a cop because I like the job.
That's good.
The people are still actually really supportive. It's only the noisy ones you hear about. They're the minority. The people that dislike the police are the minority.
I would agree with that.
So you can just keep doing it. People still support you. It's amazing, like all of the amount of support since all the whole anti-cop rhetoric started. You get more thank yous, more support. People randomly, like you go to the drive-thru, the car in front of you buys your meals for you. They're getting your coffee for you. The amount of support has increased tenfold. It shows that the support is really there.
If I may, I just want to point out something to someone who's behind the defund the police thing. This was in Austin, Texas, where they've defunded the police. They've taken away the motorcycle patrol.
Yeah, they're stupid.
There was a person
are dangerous.
who was shot in the head. 911 was called. It took 9 minutes to get a first responder out there.
It's because there's no one to help.
That's what's going to happen if you defund the police and you bring in the social workers.
Those are going to get shot.
Your friends are going to be lying on the ground dead, bleeding out, and they're going to send you, okay, so what happened? So I can write it down and put in a detail to the police.
Is 9 minutes a long time for an ambulance?
In Austin, an ambulance should be there in about 30 seconds to a minute and a half.
But wouldn't that be a problem with the hospital system?
That also, the ambulance will not show up until the police first secure the scene.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So
Yeah, well,
EMS and fire
there's
will not make scene until it is secured by law enforcement.
If there's
And
an
if there's no
active
law
shooter-
enforcement, then there's no one to secure the scene. So they're just sitting around the corner waiting to come in.
I did not know this. I learned something new today.
Besides the fact your ashtray was dirtier than your toilet.
Yeah, defunding the police is ridiculous. You look at Portland, you look at Seattle, you look at Minneapolis. It is absolutely insane. The cops are running away from there. There isn't any. No one wants to be a cop. Pensions are gone. Health insurance is gone. All the media's lies have increased tenfold.
Isn't there a state where they're taking away the immunity where they can now sue you for personal things?
Yes, what state was it?
I don't know, but I would quit my job right then and there then. Because
Yeah, me too.
they're just going to sue you all day then.
Yep. You do nothing wrong, you're getting sued. I mean, being a cop in California, Oregon, Washington, Illinois, New York, Hawaii.
So
Run
here's
away from them states.
Here's my question then. Like, who does the cop get a lawyer appointed to them then by the state at least? Like,
Well, it's
they're not going to be able to afford a lawyer every time.
Probably a lawyer provided by the precinct. I would
Okay.
think.
What it is it depends on what agency you work for and their policies.
Oh.
I've been sued before, and I was appointed an attorney by our insurance company for the place that I
Oh.
worked.
Well, how can you be sued? I thought that you can't be sued.
What it is they try to say that you violate their constitutional rights,
Oh,
and then they try to sue you for that, and it never works because cops know their constitutional law really, 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 really well.
how do you put a value on that?
You just throw out a number.
Oh, okay.
And a lot of what happens is these people sue these agencies. It's cheaper for them to just pay what they're asked for than fight it. So they pay it because it's cheaper, which makes the agency look bad, but it saves pocketbooks. And that's why there's so many lawsuits. They're going to get that $100,000 because they're going to be 150 to fight it.
Really? So I can, if I need a quick 100K, all I have to do is sue a police officer.
You heard it right here on the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast, folks.
If
Justin's gonna sue a cop.
Beaslo gets a lawsuit, we know who did it.
Hey, what if I split it with you? Just kidding. That'd probably be illegal for you.
Hey, B, lose your job, but at least I'll get 50K.
Well, you know, maybe when you're done, ready to be done, I'll sue you quick. We'll have some money to start the real estate thing. I'm just kidding, everyone. That's not going to happen.
We are not doing a Ponzi scheme here, damn it.
That'd be like insurance fraud or something. I don't know what that would be. Actually, it shouldn't. It actually probably would be illegal, but it shouldn't be.
Alrighty then.
But yeah, when I was sued, didn't even make it to court.
So they settled, right?
No,
Oh,
It didn't make it or got through.
because the judge said this is so stupid. We're
It
not
didn't
gonna
even
look.
make it to the judge. It's so
Nice.
bad.
That's good. That's how it should be. That's
People
what I'm
just
talking
try.
about.
I mean, cops get sued because prosecutors do such piss poor jobs. Prosecutors are some of the most worthless people out there. Do you want to know why there's violent criminals on the street? Because the prosecutors won't charge them. You'll arrest somebody for attempt murder or somebody that's going in, like they commit a home invasion, they have a pickaxe, they have the lime and the tarp in their car, and they're on their way to go kill their ex-girlfriend. And the prosecutor pleads it down to a 1-year stalking from life in prison. You know why they do that?
No.
Because it shows at the next election period where they're voted in, that violent crime dropped under their watch.
Oh.
And then you get all these liberal pansies out there that think that everyone should be allowed to break the law. And
Breaking the law.
And that
Breaking
they're
the
the
law.
victims. I mean, come on. It ain't hard to get a freaking job, people. They're everywhere. Everyone's giving hiring bonuses now.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, you can get paid $200 bonuses to go get hired at Applebee's.
Mm-hmm.
They're too busy getting money from the government, so they don't want it.
And college
Yeah.
tuition.
It's awful.
It is. It really is.
Anyway, I don't really have anything for cop talk.
Well, that was
mean?
good.
Playing,
I mean,
so.
that was.
That was real good.
Oh man, guys, you ready for this? It's the top 5.
I have mine.
All right, so today's top 5 is whatever you want it to be because we couldn't decide on one.
Dinosaurs, birds, positions.
Marvel or comic book movies.
So Texas,
Yes.
just announce just go through your top 5.
Okay, my top 5 is comic book movies.
Oh, you're gonna okay.
Number 4. Or sorry, God darn it.
5 comes first. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Guys, do they not count in Texas very well?
He did learn to count at
hate
Harper
to
Creek,
say I
remember?
learned my counting up here.
You went
Okay,
to school with all of us.
number 5, the first Iron Man.
That's a good one.
Number 4, the first Avengers.
That's a good one.
Number 3, Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's a good one.
Number 2, the original 1980s version. Well, I don't remember the year, but the first Batman with Michael Keaton.
That's a good one. I think it was late 70s.
Was it late 70s? I thought it was
I don't know.
80s. I don't know. But the one with Michael Keaton. He'll always be my Batman.
I am
And
Batman.
Number 1, I'm a big fan of the Merc with the Mouth, Deadpool.
Haven't seen that one.
What?
On Hulu.
Wolverine's my favorite character.
Okay.
All right. We'll go with Rick. What's your top 5?
I was gonna let B go. He had his written down.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Go. You don't have it yet?
I got to pick 2 more. Just
Okay. Well, mine, I did the top 5 cars.
Ooh.
Vroom, vroom. If you don't know, I'm a car nut. I'm obsessed with cars.
He bangs cars on the weekend.
Particularly, I like old muscle cars. So my number 5 favorite car is the 1959 Impala convertible. They just don't make cars. Like that thing was long, but boy, it had those teardrop taillights and the big old fins on the back. I owe my existence to one of them cars too.
Oh, God.
My grandfather owned one, and my grandma was attracted to the car. And boom, here's my dad.
Oh, it's led to him. I get it.
I thought we were going to find out about your parents doing it. I don't want to hear about that. I'm sorry.
My 4th favorite car is a 1979 Pontiac Trans Am. I like the black and gold Bandit. Man,
Nice.
crickets.
Sorry,
Crickets.
I'm trying to watch the hockey game.
I
behind Rick Spade.
actually don't know what the band is.
Like Smokey in the man.
Yeah.
Oh, the Smoky in the Bandit car. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my
You have to
4th favorite.
specify Smokey.
I said Bandit Edition. All right, number 3. Ready? 1963 Corvette split window.
Ooh.
Only year they did the split windows. They figured out that it was hard to see out the back with a split window, so the next year they took it out.
Smart.
Number 2, The Ford GT. This is like the 2005, 2006 models, not the new one. When they first came out, I fell in love with them. It's my number 2 car. And my number 1. This is a really specific car. It's a 1969 Chevrolet Camaro RSSS with the hideaway headlights. It's got to be blue with a white hockey stock pinstripe, the vinyl interior, the 4-speed, at a 396 big block.
That was his car.
That's my number 1 dream car. They're about $100,000.
Well, that was very specific.
Every option down to what I want on it.
Number 1.
Oh, I forgot to say convertible.
Oh.
It'll be convertible.
Well, Rick is decided we'll go to Jay Hizzle. Jay, what is your top 5?
I don't know. So here's some honorable mentions.
How do you honorable mention a top 5? You don't know what you're doing.
Ecto 1,
Oh, he's doing movie cars.
X-Men, the stock market, Knight Rider,
Just your favorite things in general.
Chuck,
Your dad?
Your dad?
on the show. But yeah, my dad too. Why not? Gal Gadot,
Oh.
the Michael Keaton Batmobile, Princess Jasmine.
I got it. Things he wants to fuck.
Cartoon or the live action?
And then this one just popped in my head, so I put it
I'm
down.
going to answer that one.
I think because I said T-Rex, Baby Bop.
Like I said, all things he wants to have sex with.
What's-
Ecto 1,
what's
Baby Bop.
Baby
the stock mar-
From Barney.
Baby Bop was the green dinosaur.
Oh.
Wait a minute. Oh, I made a mistake. I'm sorry.
Oh, dear God.
Those weren't your honorable mentions?
No, they were, except for I guess it doesn't really matter. Whatever. Knight Rider was actually number 5, but we'll put whiskey at number 5,
Okay.
and then Corvettes at number 4, hockey at number 3,
What?
Aerosmith at number 2, and women at number 1.
Wow.
Rick was right.
All things he wants to fuck. I got it.
They're just things that popped in my head. It's like it's I
All
liked.
things he wants to fuck.
It's not true. How would you even screw whiskey?
I'm
Put
sure
your
you
dick in
find
it.
a
It's
way.
called
You
whiskey
stick
dick
it
for
in
a
there.
reason.
I learned what that was during a game once.
He almost
Everyone's-
spit his beer out on my laptop.
He may have spat it on you.
I swallowed it now.
Yeah.
Thank God he swallows.
And then my friends called my mom up to ask why she didn't teach me that. She's like, isn't that something that his dad should have taught him?
And then your dad says, well, what about your friends? They're all corrupted.
But it's not like, why would whiskey come up in a conversation? I guess I drink whiskey, but
He's clearly never had wind and couldn't get it up in the heat of the moment.
heat of the moment. But those are just things that came in my head. So there was honorable mentions and random stuff.
Have a bug in your house.
Oh yeah, there's probably bugs everywhere.
Oh, it flew away.
Wow.
It's a buggy place. Wow. But yeah, so that's my top 5. Rick, what do you got?
All right, these are the top 5 porn stars I'm currently watching on YouPorn.
Like this
Wait,
minute?
that you're currently watching?
You're watching porn over there right now?
You leave what I do on my phone alone, okay? Number 5, Jada Fire.
I thought I heard something hit the table earlier.
Shut up.
His end of the table is higher than the rest of it. Has anyone else noticed this?
I ate dinner next to him.
He's
Touch me.
He's probably using the mayonnaise as lube.
His hand's all gooey.
Number 4, Christy Mack.
Don't know any of these people.
Number 3, Bonnie Rotten.
Nope.
Number 2, Abella Danger.
Fur.
And number 1, Tiffany Watson.
I haven't heard of any of them but one.
Not a clue.
Man, that girl can squirt. And that's my top 5.
I don't know names of any porn stars except for when we were kids. Jenna Jameson. I think that's pretty much all I know from when we were kids.
Pamela Anderson.
Is she a porn star?
Wasn't she a porn star?
No, she just had a sex video with Tommy Lee.
I thought she was in Playboy.
Hey, Rick.
Yo.
Golden Knights just scored. I think they're up 1-0.
Yay.
Yep.
Oh my
Ooh.
gosh. Did they just score?
Boo Avs. Yeah.
1 minute.
I really need this game to go up 2-1 because if we're down 3-0, I don't think we'll come back.
No, this is what we call a do or die game.
I mean, the odds of coming back are slim, but it could happen, but it's not likely.
Oh, you're not in trouble till you lose the game at home. That's what they say. Oh, here it is. Oh, crap. It's on Bluetooth mode. What am I Bluetooth to?
I don't know.
I'm not Bluetooth to this.
Your headphones, are they still on?
I hope not. Interesting.
Turn the Bluetooth off. How hard is that? You hit a button.
I hit the button. I'm concerned now. I'm greatly concerned. That's the Golden Knights goal horn. They scored.
Yay.
I was waiting for it to say that sounds like a vibrator upstairs.
Hey.
All right, so that was our top 5.
We've tortured these people enough. Let's move on.
Next.
Bum, bum,
You know
bum,
what it's
bum.
time for.
Oh.
I'm angry. And
Somebody's
it's time
Right button.
to tell somebody to bite me.
Bite me.
Bite me.
Bite me.
Bite me. Bite me. Bite me.
And now it's time for Bite Me, featuring Jay Hizzle, Texas, Captain Be Slow, Ric Spade, and Guzzlebird,
With these off, that's really loud.
and the Ducks.
This is giving the bird an orgasm.
Wow, I never see Guzzlebird in person anymore. He's actually pretty big beaked.
I took some Blue Chew. It went up.
Wow. Hi, Guzzle.
Fuck off.
That's not very nice.
He still has the potty mouth even in person.
All right, so let's get this party started with our first world issues. Jay Hizzle.
Oh my gosh. Someone just almost tipped over. What is in here? Vodka?
That's his Moscow Mule.
Oh.
You know, it's probably almost gone.
Oh,
What do you have for us this week with your first world issue?
same one I keep bringing up and it keeps pissing me off over and over again. It's other drivers. All right. It's kind of interesting because I'm just having a hard time with people understanding how lanes work. So first you have the people where, all right, I pull over. I'm already going like almost 80 miles an hour. I pass a semi and then I'm going to get over. But for whatever reason, you're in such a hurry that I pass a semi and I'm waiting to clear it. And you have to try to dive between me and the semi and go around me on the right. That pisses me off. I feel like that's dangerous and unwarranted.
He's got a death wish is all.
Plus, you know what? Those people that do that, they don't even get that far ahead of you most of the time anyway.
And they're the ones that cause the big pileups in the winter too. Do you know that?
Well, they're so stupid. But I'm equally upset at the people that decide, I'm fine if you want to drive limit or slower, but they decide we're just going to hang out in the fast lane.
Passing lane.
That's also the fast lane, the passing lane. You know, I mean, and they hang out there, and then all of a sudden they're going really slow, and everyone's backing behind them because most people think, all right, we're waiting to pass a semi or something. And so now we're all going slow. And then all of a sudden, that's when people start passing on the right and then trying probably some things they shouldn't do. And then it makes me mad because then I'm like, all right, I guess I will pass this person on the right. And then as I go by them, I realize there's not a car even close to behind them. The whole freeway is backed up behind me because of some idiot doesn't get over. And that just makes me mad. Look,
You can't be passing.
that just makes me upset. It annoys me. And when I was doing it, I automatically thought of this as a bite me thing. Because you people that can't stay in the right lane are either too slow or too fast. You can bite me. Respect other drivers. Share the road. Do the right thing.
Okay, that's first world issues from Jay Hizzle.
Gosh darn it.
Be slow.
I'm so sorry.
Do you have anything for us?
Do I have
Did
anything?
the Avalanche score? I
Yeah.
didn't see it.
I don't know if you want to hear it. I probably shouldn't say it.
I mean, just bleep. Just say bleep if you're gonna swear. I don't know.
Well, first is critical race theory. All you motherfuckers that think that is a thing need to go away. Take a long walk off a short cliff.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is.
It's teaching you that you are bad because you are white. If you're white, you are evil.
So
It's brainwashing. It's exactly what it is.
they only teach us to white people.
They teach it to everybody.
They're basically telling everyone white people are bad.
Uh-huh.
That's not true. That's really bad for a kid's self
And
confidence.
and that it's your fault that slavery existed.
What do you mean white people freed the slaves?
And you know what? My family
Wait
fought
a
in the
minute.
Civil War for the North to free the slaves, but yet it's still our fault.
Didn't people in Africa sell?
They sold their own people, and the first slave owner was black.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's
But
wrong.
they don't believe in facts.
I mean, it's all wrong and it's terrible. I'm so glad that
Anyone that wants to try to indoctrinate my child or teach any of that critical race theory bullshit can suck it.
I don't think that's up north though, is it?
That's all over the country.
Huh.
Texas just passed the law. No, Georgia and Texas in the works. Georgia passed a law banning critical race theory. Their actual education system banned the teaching of critical race theory.
I didn't even know this was taught anywhere. I don't understand.
It's awful. It's absolutely terrible. It's indoctrinating children like crazy.
You know, it makes it feel like it's no different than Nazi Germany with the Jews.
That's exactly what it is. I mean, you see in the anti-Semitism that was going on over the last month.
Right,
That's absolutely awful. What do you mean someone can't protect their own people?
right.
They're launching rockets and killing civilians just because they think they want to? That's called terrorism, assholes.
Same thing with the bullying of Asian and Pacific Islander people.
Yeah. What the hell's up with that? What did they do? Are you mad because a lot of them have gotten educated, have stable family homes, and are successful in life? Do the same thing. Come on, don't go out and start attacking people because of their race. You guys all suck. This is a free country. If you want to be successful, earn it. Everybody has the equal opportunity to earn everything.
You know, they had Dr. Ben Carson was being interviewed. He's a really smart guy.
I've met him before.
Wait, you seriously met him?
Yeah, he was on Kellogg's board. When I worked
Oh,
security at Kellogg's,
that's
so I had
awesome.
to escort him around.
He's just a good guy.
He never really talked much, but yeah.
Well, they was just talking about how, you know, really when you think about it, he's like, when I was a kid, things were so different. He's like, we have come such a long ways as far as, you know, anti-racism and people being equal. And
Absolutely.
he's like, we should be celebrating that. He's
This is like the best this country's ever been.
and he says we should be celebrating that. Obviously, we want to always continue to move forward, and make progress, but we should be
Absolutely.
celebrating what we've made and continue to move forward. And I agree with him.
Absolutely
Dr.
right.
Ben
He
Carson
such a
is
good guy.
awesome. He is.
I supported him for his presidential run.
Me too. Oh, hey, Texas has a question. Yes.
Actually, no, I have something I want to add to this.
Oh no. Okay.
This-
Anyway,
This is something I saw on Facebook. If you collect 100 black ants and 100 red ants, and you put them in a glass jar, nothing will happen. But if you take the jar, shake it violently, and leave it on the table, the ants will start killing each other. Reds believe that black is the enemy, while the blacks believe that red is the enemy, when the real enemy is the person who shook the jar. The same is true in society. Men
Yes.
versus women, left versus right, rich versus poor, faith versus science, gossip, rumor, etc. Before we fight each other, we must ask ourselves, who shook the jar?
That's absolutely correct.
why are we in a jar in the first place?
We should all just get along. It's
Oh.
it's not difficult to believe in the Bill of Rights.
Stop listening to the media.
The media is set out to divide. Stop being divided. Stop believing it. I mean, what was it before Obama? You know, you'd have all these liberals, conservatives. They didn't care what their beliefs were. They all got along.
Mhm.
And then insert that man and all their beliefs, and it divided the country. And then families were torn apart. Friendships were torn apart. That's complete crap. That should never happen. Who cares if you have a little bit of a disagreement? Stop trying to spread lies and hate.
I got another one here. Hang on.
That frustrates me. Everyone
Here you
just
go.
needs to be happy and everyone needs to get along. Nobody is better than the other person when it comes to anything about race, religion, belief, sex, blah, 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 whatever.
I like this one too. I support my black friends, but not BLM. I support my white friends, but not the KKK.
Right.
I don't support hate groups.
Exactly.
Skin color doesn't mean shit.
That's right.
You're either a good person or a piece of shit.
That's right. Judge somebody based upon their character. And you
But
know, it's
now
actually
with
not
this-
our position to judge. God is the final judgment.
With this creative race theory, they're basically, if they're white, they're evil.
Yep.
Which is bullcrap. I'm not evil. I love everybody. I don't care if you're gay, straight,
And it's trying to convince people to apologize for their whiteness.
transgender, black, white, yellow, brown. I don't care. If you're good to me, I'll be good to you. If you're a piece of shit to me, I'll probably kick you in the dick when you're not looking.
That's a
Right.
cheap shot. Unless they might be talking about one. Maybe it's all about just one white man who was evil. His name, Dr. Evil.
Oh, God.
I thought he was going to say Hitler.
I thought it was too, but no, he goes with fictional Dr. Evil.
Maybe they're talking about me. I'm evil and I'm bald and I'm white.
Read the Communist Manifesto and Mein Kampf, and that is the direction this country is going right now, and it needs to stop and go back to loving each other and freedom.
We will. There's still a lot more good people. Remember,
Ooh,
Like
free
you said-
love, baby.
like you said,
We're not
70s.
talking about the 60s and 70s.
It really-
Aw.
it really is just the few that are causing all of the issues. And they're just making the noise. They make the headlines. That's just how it goes.
How many people voted for Joe Biden?
Yeah, but in all fairness, I know a
So
lot
how
of
many
people that
have watched his speeches and stuff on TV? Not even.
there are a lot of people that were disgusted by both choices and just felt that they want to vote for someone that they liked better as a person. That's not how I vote. I vote
A
policies,
racist,
but
a sexist, a homophobe. Joe Biden is not that better person.
well, at this point,
pedophile, someone who's actually been accused of sexual
at
assault.
this point, he's just a crazy old man.
Even his vice president said she believed the person that accused him. All right,
She called him racist.
let's move on.
Anyway,
Say bite me.
bite me.
Okay,
I'm
thank
sorry.
you.
Why are you apologizing for biting?
Frustration.
Oh,
Rick Guzzle, do you want to go next, or do you want me to go next?
You can go, Docs.
Alrighty then.
alrighty then.
To the state of Michigan.
Oh, come on.
How in the hell do you let your roads
Oh,
get
yeah.
as bad as they are? I've
Calhoun
been here
County's
for
the
2
worst.
days. 2 days. And I think I've hit over 1,000 potholes.
I don't even have a road.
Jay Hizzle lives on a dirt road right now. How do you Michigan taxpayers put up with your damn roads being that damn bad?
They did here in Emmett Township where Hemplex is at. They actually had a tax so they could fix their roads.
Yeah, we already fixed the roads.
I went through Jay
Hence, I
Hizzle.
don't have a road.
I went on the road Jay Hizzle's parents lived on yesterday.
Oh my!
Because I
part of
missed
it's
my
missing.
turn. I
Oh
missed
my
my turn to
gosh.
come to his house, so I kind of.
I'm almost thinking about not going the way to that.
I
road.
my rental car looked like I was a freaking bobblehead because it had so many potholes.
Hey.
How do you taxpayers in this state? How can you put up with the roads that shitty? I would rather live in a state where I don't have any winter weather precautions and be snowed in for 5 days than have to put up with that kind of crappy
Hey,
roads.
Wisconsin has decent roads, and they got a far worse winter than here.
Well, when I was back at Wisconsin up in Eau Claire, I'm like, man, this is such a nice place.
What do they use? Do they use salt to melt the ice? Or they use
So we
something
have
else?
corrupt politicians here that use the money for the roads for other things.
Oh, Wisconsin.
Well, I mean, if you look at the Democrats who ran Detroit and Flint, you still can't drink the water in Flint, and they've been in charge for.
Even though Wisconsin's
decades.
governor is a Democrat, he's more in the middle, but the Republicans run everything else. Wisconsin's a very well-run state. One of only 2 states that have a full opinion. The roads are good. Really, the only thing that's high in Wisconsin's health insurance, but that's because they eat and drink so much. But
I seriously,
Wisconsin was a great place.
I do
I love
not
Wisconsin.
know how you 3 put up with the taxes you put up with to drive on those shittier roads. I mean, my God.
Hey, they're all going to be done now.
The worst roads are in Wayne County and Calhoun County.
Yeah, if you go to Kalamazoo by my work and stuff, they're fine. They're great.
I've been here for 2 days. I don't know how I've
you
hit
go
over
to surrounding
1,000
counties,
potholes.
they're a lot better. But Calhoun is just bad.
I think in Texas, I've maybe hit 3 in the 18 years I've lived there, and I've come here and I've hit 1,000 in 2 damn days.
Before I lived on a dirt road, you should have seen how bad part of it was.
Oh, that curve up there was nearly
my gosh.
impassable. You had to drive in the yards to get
Yeah.
around it.
So the state of Michigan and your roads can bite me.
So you want to know how you can tell the difference between a sober driver and a drunk driver in Michigan?
The drunk driver hits all the potholes.
So the drunk driver goes straight, and the sober driver is swerving all over.
The funny thing is
potholes.
our governor ran on she was going to fix the roads, but then she wanted to raise gas prices and all that. And I was like,
well, she wanted to add a 42 cents per gallon tax.
Michigan's already one of the more expensive states.
Holy cow, we'd be paying like $3.60 a gallon right now.
Yeah, it's about 30 cents more up here than it is down in Texas.
Because our gas tax is so high.
Not as bad as Illinois, but
oh yeah, Chicago roads are bad too.
I didn't drive on those, and luckily I didn't hit any potholes in the plane.
That would have been bad.
Probably.
Because then you'd be crashing.
That's some really bad
it
driving.
surprised me if the Detroit airport had potholes on King. Actually, the airport's pretty good shape. Detroit,
All right.
They're
nice
required
airport.
too, yeah.
Rick, Guzzlebird. By the way, Guzzle, I haven't seen you since October. You look well. You look just as thin as you were back then.
Poked your eyeball.
What you guys got?
This goes out to the driver that was in the parking lot the other day
Sorry.
that had the nerve to fucking honk at me like I was at fault for backing up first.
Sorry.
That actually was your fault. I mean,
And then
You couldn't read their mind?
the stupid motherfucker had the nerve to get in the left turn lane and then go straight, almost cutting off another car and honking at that car like they were at fault.
there's a left turn lane in the parking lot.
No.
You know how you turn in onto B Drive from the
Off Harper Village Drive?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
They got in the left turn lane and went straight.
Oh my gosh.
Improper lane use right there. Mm-hmm.
They probably drive slow in the fast lane.
And had the nerve to honk at the person that was in the right fucking lane.
They probably wear
signal their turns or lane changes.
They probably wear a mask when they're alone in the car.
They're the reason why there's instructions in a Pop-Tart box.
So, stupid douchebag, you can bite me. Guzzlebird?
Probably also the reason why there's now a warning label on a gas pump. Do not insert orally or anally.
Is it really?
You didn't see those on, you don't have Facebook, do you?
I don't have a Facebook.
I'll send you the picture next time I see it.
Okay.
This goes out to all the assholes who are against the LGBTQ community. We need to stop bashing and trying to create laws to not let them do what they need to do.
First off, there, I'm a big supporter. My daughter has friends that are non-binary.
And what?
Non-binary. They're not robots.
So
Oh my God.
They prefer their pronouns instead of he, she.
Oh, what do you do then?
So
It's like they, them,
Alex. They prefer
he, him.
them.
They prefer not to be defined as a male or a female. They want to be.
They classify themselves as agender.
There you go, a genderless person.
So let's say you're trying to get their attention. You don't know their name.
Sir, ma'am.
What do you do?
I usually
Unless
just
you
go,
can't
yo.
tell.
That's when you just throw a rock at them.
Unless you
You
can't
just
tell.
say-
Then you just say, hey.
Hey, you. Will that work? Okay.
You got to go pronoun.
Oh, so don't throw a rock at them. Okay, my bad. I learned my lesson.
Guzzlebird hates you now.
I don't mean any offense to it. That's just I don't know how to get their attention.
Throwing rocks is not an acceptable way.
I don't throw big ones.
Anyways, we got governors and congress people who are trying to ban like transgender marriage and being able to do stuff. We're setting everything back.
Hang on. The only thing I have to disagree with is you know how they have like the governor of Florida just signed that transgender, if a woman was number one in her category, is all of a sudden dropped off the podium because 3 former men are now 1, 2, and 3. That shouldn't
But
happen.
even
That's-
Caitlyn Jenner agrees with that.
Yeah.
And that
that's the only
says a
thing-
lot.
That's the only thing I
Whatever
disagree
Caitlyn
with.
Jenner
I don't-
says, I'll agree with her on that. But
I don't hate them. I'm just saying that's the only thing
I just
I
had
call
a
them the
moment.
alphabet community because there's always a new letter added and I don't know what it is.
I had a redheaded moment.
I don't have any hair.
I was, you know, Guzzlebird is talking, right? I looked and I'm like, why isn't Guzzlebird talking in the microphone?
Because I'm under it, dickwad.
And then
They can hear me just fine. Drink another one, fuckface.
I just shouldn't Guzzlebird.
that's not a bad idea to have another one.
Oh, you're right. Oh man.
Can we just be supportive of people? Fuck.
I
I am
agree.
supportive. I'm just saying that That's the only thing I disagree with.
America, support everyone.
So yeah, lawmakers, bite me. It's Pride Month.
Exactly.
No, it's June.
Lawmakers, stop trying to control everything. All we need to do is just provide us with some security and a
Who is
few
trying
safety
to make
blankets.
laws?
Everyone.
I don't see
Well,
that
I know-
anywhere about it.
Well, I know
That's not a political issue.
I know the Florida governor just signed a thing saying that transgender males cannot compete against
Well, that's
fine.
right. That's right.
females.
That's only fair.
That's the only
Because
thing that
they are still bigger, stronger, faster in every way.
I don't care what you do. I don't care what you are. If
You know
you're a
what? It
good
doesn't
person,
affect me at
you're
all.
a
I
good
don't
person.
care.
It doesn't affect me. I don't care if you're gay, straight, bi, asexual, bisexual, transsexual. That
Isn't
thing with
asexual, you can like reproduce with yourself.
I don't care if you're an a hermaphrodite. Excuse me. I don't care if you're a chick who belt around her neck and tinkles on a balloon. I really don't care.
Or is that when you just don't like anyone?
Does what to a balloon and what around it? What have you been watching?
Isn't asexual when you don't like guys or girls? You just kind of.
I believe asexual can reproduce on their own. I don't know.
That's what I was.
That's what Godzilla was.
Is that what the T-Rex was in Jurassic Park, right?
No, that's what
Yeah.
Godzilla was.
Because they
Godzilla
weren't
was
supposed to be able to
asexual.
have babies, but life found a way.
No, they
Yeah,
were
life
they're
finds
both,
a way because they had the amphibian in there where they can be
They were
either
supposed-
sexes.
They were supposed to be female,
Yeah.
but some African frogs change from one sex to another. Okay, anyways,
Thank you. This is making sense to me now.
Man-
Jurassic Park is frightening.
30
Men
years
are-
later, and I get Jurassic Park.
men
Finally.
are built a lot differently than females, and men who went to women should not be competing against women. That's my only thing.
Nope.
I
That's
don't
fair.
care if they get married. More power to you. If you want to be miserable and get married. Good for you. I don't care.
I don't agree with telling them at a young age that they can choose what or what not because their brain's not even developed yet. Let them grow up and figure it out. It's a let them grow up and figure it out on their own.
Whatever. Yeah.
Stop trying to force it upon people. That's what's frustrating to me. Let them figure it
But
out on their own.
I support LGBTQ. I don't care.
You forgot
Me
a few
too.
letters in there. I'm sorry.
I do apologize
Isn't
if I
it
forgot letters.
L? Isn't there a plus?
LGBTQ plus.
Oh, it's just called
okay.
plus now?
Okay, I do apologize. I forgot the plus. LBGTQ plus. I support you. I don't care. I really don't. Do what makes you happy.
I'm just glad you didn't say BLTGQ because that's a whole sandwich. And
Oh no, I know. Oh no, I know the difference between a BLT and the LBTQ TPB ACD
I,
MLPQRS.
I called it just the alphabet group.
I don't like. So I ordered a BLT the other day, but then I
God.
asked. No, I did, and I was like, I like the BLT minus the L because I don't like the texture of lettuce, and so it would just be a BT. And then I asked to make sure I get the mayonnaise on it because last time they forgot, and I
You have to it's on the WAP.
So you want
And then-
BTM?
Sure, I guess when you look at that, we're supposed to come with mayonnaise, but
son of a bitch.
and then oh really?
What's wrong?
Avalanche scored again, I bet. And then
No, I just got disconnected.
oh that's
Oh,
not
yeah, he's
bad.
frozen.
And then also I want to get my cottage cheese and pickle for my sides.
Recording stopped.
We lost
off.
it.
And they
It's
forgot.
got to be just you because my computer has not glitched once.
And mine's
We've
been
been
good, too.
fine this entire time.
It's
the last
because your
hour and
computer's busy
57
doing
minutes.
yoga and it's not paying attention.
Ours is,
It's not doing
is it looking
yoga.
at porn?
No, that's what the phone's
That's
for.
what's in the
Oh,
background.
good news though, it's only 1-1, so I don't know why you were so upset about.
Because he lost this connection.
There's no recording anymore. Podcast is over.
It's not
No,
over yet.
Jay Hizzle's got the audio.
I'm recording. I'm recording all the time.
Dude, have we really been going for 2 hours already?
Yeah, we're getting towards the end though.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, can
But
Can we hurry up? Because someone's got to be awake in 4 hours.
are we done with Bite Me?
Yes,
Yes.
everyone can bite me.
Oh, then I have something. If I can.
Another bite me?
No. I'm sure he'll appreciate this. It's Rick segment. Hey, has anybody seen Rick?
No. Oh yeah, he's sitting right next to me. What's up, bro?
I'm still here.
Hey.
Well, at least you're on the audio version.
Yeah. It really
People
doesn't-
watching the video, we lost Rick. There he is.
There is no video.
There is no video.
Oh, it's
now.
not recording.
He's not recording.
Should I be
Oh.
recording?
So yes, you keep recording.
You just keep recording the audio. It's fine.
Okay,
So
just
he's
the
gonna
audio.
have to put something in this.
Yeah, I'll do the same thing I did
Technical
last time.
difficulties.
Also, you could just put photos of us.
Yeah,
Just
really
random
funny
things of
photos. I want funny photos.
Dude, I tried to do a freaking calendar with you, and you didn't want to sit on top of your Corvette and like spray water on you like a freaking hot chick.
Water's
'cause I thought that'd be
cold.
hilarious.
Well, you don't want to crawl on top of the Corvette. You may scratch it.
It's
Well, he
true.
doesn't
Harry
have
has
to actually
scratches.
be on the Corvette, but just kind of like hovering above and just pour
A green
water
screen.
On
We
himself
put
and-
stuff behind us on a green screen.
Do you really want to do a green screen in your house and pour water on your carpet?
No, I don't want to pour any water anywhere. I don't like water. I did the AL. What else? Something upsetting. What? Why did I even do this? I did that ALS bucket challenge. I never posted it.
I did. I did post it. Didn't I challenge you?
I don't know. I did it, and then I forgot to post it. So I did it for.
Wow.
I wonder if I have it on my phone. It's probably my old phone it's on.
Okay, Rick. We apologize. We kind of interrupted your segment. What you got?
He had a frog in his throat.
Oh, does it
Was
have
it-
to
was it
save the whole
Kermit?
thing before I let you go on? Should I start a? Do
Just
you want me to start a different one?
no. We'll just do the audio and call it good.
All right.
You were giving Kermit head?
Kermit the Frog Killer.
Hi-ho. Oh, just like that, Rick.
Hi-ho.
Hey Rick, what do you have for us
To work we
today?
go.
Vagina.
Razor blades in.
That's
Oh
my
my
segment.
goodness!
Thank you.
Rick segment's
Hi-ho,
over.
hi-ho.
Money, 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 money.
And that was Rick's segment. And now it's time for tweets of the week.
You know what really bugs me?
What?
Bananas.
Bugs. No, there's a game I want. It's called Pandemic Reign of Thulu. And suddenly, it's like I went to buy it today, and suddenly everybody was gone. It's like it wasn't made. Like everyone pulled off the shelves. Every single store, Walmart, Meijer, Target, Amazon, eBay. Suddenly, it was gone.
Do I have a joke for you?
It's weird. It's like bite me.
Amal and Juan are identical twins.
Say what?
Amal and Juan are identical twins. Their mom only carries one baby photo in her wallet because if you've seen Juan, you've seen them all.
Wow.
Oh, that's so good. What do you call a typo on a headstone? A grave mistake. Oh my gosh, that's so good. I wonder what my parents did to fight boredom before the internet. I asked my 15 brothers and sisters, and they didn't know either.
Dear God.
Oh, man. How many drummers does it take to change a light bulb? And a 1, and a 2, and a 1, 2, 3, 4. Get it? What do a tick and the Eiffel Tower have in common? They're both Paris sites. Oh, man. What do cannibals serve at the beginning of a dinner party? Handshakes. Oh, that's pretty cool. My wife has started doing lunges to get into shape. It's a big step forward for her.
All right, I'm cutting you off.
Oh, there's a bear fight. No, that's a dog fighting a bear. No, what is that? A woman just fought off a bear to protect her dogs. Wow, that's actually pretty impressive. Wait. A boy. This is a crypto joke. A boy asked his Bitcoin investing dad for 1 Bitcoin for his birthday. Dad, what? 15,554, 14,354 is a lot of money. What do you need 16,782 for anyway? Because it's always changing. I get it. I get it. All right, one last one, I think. Maybe two. Two jokes, and then I'm done, okay? What do you call 2 guys hanging from your window? Kurt and Rod. And last but not least, a man was admitted to hospital after swallowing 6 plastic horses. His condition has been described as stable. Oh, that's good. All right, and it's time for a classic Donald Trump tweet. Here's what Donald Trump said on May 8th of 2013. Sorry, losers and haters,
but my IQ is one of the highest, and you all know it. Please don't feel so stupid or insecure. It's not your fault.
He was an asshole before he was the president.
Trump will always be an asshole.
Oh man. And then let's see. Does Arnold have any tweets? It isn't. Dun 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 dun. It just says, "I'm so proud to have my friends at the Hallenbeck Center with the vaccine clinic this weekend. If you haven't gotten your shot, here's your chance."
No thanks.
And those are my tweets of the week.
By the way, I'm surprised you didn't say anything about Fauci's emails and how he was proved to be a liar.
I thought about it.
Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Guzzle bird, what is the word?
What does everybody want?
Bread!
What does everybody need?
Bread!
Oh wait,
Banana
we got
bread.
kids here. Never mind.
What?
Oh, okay, so Rick has started doing a thing called Al Snow tweets, and when Al Snow was a wrestler in the WWE, his theme was "What does everybody want? Head. What does everybody need? Head." Because he came out with a plastic mannequin head.
And I say bread because I like banana bread.
Oh, okay.
So he does the Guzzle Bird for Jurassic Park, and I do the Al Snow song for Al Snow.
Oh,
Does Guzzle bird?
So Rick, what does everybody want?
Head.
Bread.
All right. Here's what we got from El Snow. Jessica, what are you doing? Me, pulling steaks off the grill. Jessica, but that's the neighbor's grill. Yeah, but I don't think you can see me.
Stealing steaks from the neighbors. Hell yeah.
And now for the Jurassic Park tweets. First, we're letting the dinosaurs stay up tonight. Also, you can feed a dinosaur whatever you want.
Pizza.
They must have been mad later because then they were like, yo, real talk. Fuck dinosaurs. Then 2 days ago they wrote, all of the dinosaurs are gay, and we are proud of them, even though they are also dangerous monsters. Then they also wrote, it's a time to start applying for our summer internship program. The only thing we ask is sign a DNR and don't look scared in front of a guest.
Recording in progress.
hey, it's recording again, guys.
Scared in front.
Yeah, it's recording again, guys.
I can do that.
All right. And finally, where's that one? There it is. We made a replica of Big Bird from Sesame Street. And he keeps asking kids to fucking kill him. Sorry about that.
That's so terrible. You never heard that. I'm so sorry, Violet.
Kill me.
Say it's gonna be okay.
And those are the
so
Jurassic
sorry.
Park tweets. And now it's time for blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. It's the Urban Dictionary definition of the week. Take it away, Texas.
Jay Hizzle.
Yeah.
That's you.
I've got a good one for you this week.
Ooh.
And this came to me via Ric Spade.
Oh.
Can you tell me what plunger dunk is?
Oh, I remember that one.
Oh, I think it's a form of bullying. Yeah, it's awful. It's what kids. Violet, I hope you never forget it.
No,
You're thinking about a swirly.
no. Leave my daughter out of this.
Rick, I hope you've never plunged or dunked anyone before.
He has. I'm pretty sure he has.
So it's when you're really upset with someone and you grab them by the hair on their head. And if they don't have hair like me, I guess you're okay. So anyway, then you drag them over to the toilet after you've taken a deuce in it. And then you stick their head and you hold it under. And then you and then you bring it back up and then you put it back in like a plunger, the motion of, a plunger motion. And so that's what you do. It's violent. It's mean. It's bullying. Don't plunge or dunk your friends or foes. Just don't plunge or dunk.
Are you ready for the actual definition, my friend?
Rick, did you think I was right? Okay.
This is why I didn't want you to involve my daughter in this in any way, shape, or form.
I stopped myself.
Plunge or dunk refers to a sex position where the broad is resting on top of her back and neck, and her ass and cooter is pointed towards the sky. The man then stands over the broad, points his plunger downwards, and dunk his beef into her clam. This scintillating sex position can be turned into the drummer boy plunger dunk by simply beating that ass like a bongo.
I don't even understand where this is going. I did use a plunger at work the other day. I don't like it wouldn't flush, and luckily I remember the handicap stall had the plunger. But did I put too much toilet paper in? Did it just get? I don't know. I wasn't. I was stunned. Usually the pressure in those toilets are really good. It would have been really bad if someone else was in the other stall and I had to like wait. But anyway. But the bathrooms are really nice and cold and at work, so they're good to use. Nice and air conditioned. But we can't have one stupid term. So we gotta have another one.
It's the bonus Urban Dictionary definition of the week. Take it away, Texas.
All right. I don't have the sticker this week, but just a reminder that the Urban Dictionary and bonus Urban Dictionary definition of the week is brought to you by Dirty Rib Job Grill Seasoning. You can get it in the original Dirty Rib Job, the spicy Dirty Sanchez, or the fish flavoring the Dirty Trouser Trout, all available on SD.com. Just search the word Dirty Rib Job. Don't click on Dirty Panties because you'll end up with a pink eye and some kind of venereal disease.
Oh, because there's urine, sweat, and feces in panties?
Yes, and
Okay.
pools apparently. Can any of you three imbeciles, they're sitting around this table, or Guzzlebird, can any of you tell me what breadcrumbing means?
Breadcrumbing. Oh, I know this. That's not even a bad term. It's something you do in emergency situations. All right. So let's say, especially in today's, like I've learned that, you think society is nice and all that because our cops are doing their best to keep us away from the bad stuff, but people are getting kidnapped out there. It's a sad truth. And so this is a classic. This is something classic that they used to do in the movies, and people still do to this day if they like to eat lots of bread. So let's say that my house is getting broken into and I know I'm about to be taken. I grab a loaf of bread, right? And I hide it under my shirt. And as I'm being dragged away, I leave breadcrumbs. I leave a trail of breadcrumbs, okay? And I leave the crumbs so that they can at least have an idea of where to start looking for me. Like the van, it's probably a little hard to, but the window's open. You can just throw them out the window. But so that's what's happening. I'm leaving a trail of breadcrumbs so that they can find me when I'm kidnapped. Yeah. Rick, do you think that's right, or do you have an answer?
What about B? Does B have an answer?
You go first.
I don't think you'll want to go after I give my answer.
You go first.
Okay, so when I think of breadcrumbs,
You think of bread, banana bread.
Oh God.
Then I wouldn't leave the trail. I'd eat it and I'd be screwed. Keep going.
I think of the fact that bread has, a brown crust and a white inside usually because, white
Be
bread.
wheat.
So I think breadcrumbing is the act of defecating and coming on your partner and letting it dry up and then scraping it off in the form of breadcrumbs. Breadcrumbing.
Oh my gosh, that was awful.
Ew.
I was thinking you'd take some breadcrumbs, you kind of sprinkle it all over your lover, and then you lick all the breadcrumbs off.
Oh, it was banana bread. That sounds pretty good. Do you think you can use butter too?
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
I see two B slows. That's really weird.
I do too. That's weird. Two of me, no.
So who is right?
None of you. Breadcrumbing. When the crush has no intention of taking things further, but they like the attention, so they flirt here or there, send DM texts just to keep the person interested, knowing damn well they're staying single. Sorry, I couldn't read there for a second. My whiskey's caught up to me.
Well, I mean, if I can still hit this, I'm okay with it. I mean, what?
By the way, just for the people who are listening, which is pretty much everyone because we don't have video, Rick pointed to a sexy woman on his phone that he showed us all, and shame on you for sending him those pictures. That's just downright horrible.
American woman,
What?
stay away. American woman.
Listen what I say.
You guys are gonna get in trouble with Sony again. Stop singing.
Can we get to the words of wisdom so I can go to bed? Because I still got 3 minutes.
Don't
to drive.
come hanging around my
All
door. I don't want to see your face no more.
Who wants to start us off with the words of wisdom?
Got more important things to do than spend my time growing old with you. Now, woman, stay away.
What?
American woman.
A salary is the drug they give you to forget your dreams. This one takes a minute. I apologize. You can achieve your dream at any age. Did you know that Harrison Ford was 30? A carpenter? Vera Wang didn't design her first dress until she was 40. Even Captain Crunch first joined the Navy at 50. All I'm saying is you youngins are running around here trying to be someone when you don't even know who you are yet. You know what happened to Oprah at 23? She got fired. Imagine firing Oprah. Someone replies, yeah, that was a mistake. No, it wasn't, because she wasn't Oprah. She was just some 23-year-old punk needing to get fired so she could become Oprah. Sometimes you got to fail to succeed.
I like that. That was really good.
That's all I got.
Captain
I'm too
B,
drunk to keep reading.
Captain Beaslow, do you have any words of wisdom, any words of advice you'd like to share with
Actually,
our
I'm
audience?
not really drunk, but that's okay.
Support your local law enforcement.
I got one more for Beaslow.
Okay.
I'm not sad anymore. I'm dangerous. And I don't know which one is worse. That wasn't really Beaslow. I just... Far too much of my life, I've apologized when I wasn't wrong all the... Far too much of my life, I've apologized when I wasn't wrong, all to make the situation better. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be that person anymore. That was done by Samantha King.
Nice.
I don't know if she's related to Rodney at all.
Rick, do you have any words of advice or wisdom?
Yeah. As I sit at this table with my 3 best friends,
Best friends that
anyone
could have.
We're the 3 best friends that anybody could have, and we'll never, ever, 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 ever leave each other.
I think of the mistakes that I've made over the past year, some of the things that I've done, and I think of the fact that I've tried to better myself.
Yay.
And do the things that I need to do to keep my friendships and my bonds with my family strong. So just never give up. I know things get hard. You struggle. You deal with things every day. But in the end, you can make it. You just have to try.
In the end, it
That's all I got
doesn't
for this
even
week.
matter. Sorry.
That was
Straw was
good.
in there, right?
Hmm?
Straw was in there, right? Okay.
One thing.
I
I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. A designer's trying to remind myself how I tried so hard.
By the way, you were mocking me,
Acting like I was part of your property.
Okay.
remembering all the things.
We got to stop.
Sony.
Sony Micro Mattress again.
But things aren't the way they were before.
That's not Sony. That's a Linkin Park song.
I know, but Sony
Hey.
one time tried to say that they owned something we used and tried to ban us in every single country.
Well, you won't even recognize me anymore. Not that you knew me back then, but it all comes back to me.
I've known you since we were like Hey, shut up.
Oh, wait. I got words.
maybe 9.
I got words.
Are you closing the show?
Of
Looks
course.
like it.
Oh, okay.
You know what? The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. And that's so true because I have this issue with analysis paralysis, it's called, where You just like are always, I'm going to do it. You just keep studying because you want to be perfect at it. And that's just not how it goes.
I understand that. Yeah.
You just got to go. I mean, yes, you can do a little bit of research first so you're not completely unaware, but you just got to go for it. And I've been getting a lot better at just going for it, taking some risks, trying to start. Because once you start, that's when you get going. I really like that. Don't let yesterday take up too much of today. Simple, but it's true. The past is the past. We cannot change the past. We can learn from the past, but we don't punish yourself for the past. The past is in the past, all right? And the pessimist sees difficulty in every opportunity, but the optimist sees the opportunity in every difficulty, and I really like that. That's how I try to live my life.
I live my life a quarter mile at a time.
Do you?
Okay, Dom.
All right. I'd like
It's all
to
about the
say
family.
thank you for joining us here at the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast. Please like and follow our Facebook page at the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast. And you can reach us on Twitter at Poddamn Ric Spade, at Poddamn Texas, or at Poddamn Idiotz P1. And by email, poddammidiotzpodcast@outlook.com. Also, please like our YouTube at the Poddamn Idiotz and subscribe. And please subscribe, and leave a 5-star review on your preferred podcast app of your choice, like Apple, Google, Stitcher, Podbean, and more. And please tell those friends of yours, the family, the people you love, maybe the people you don't love.
This is terrible but hilarious. Watch it.
Yeah, you definitely want to tell the people you don't love about the show, huh? Your creepy neighbor, the nurse that is taking your temperature, the nurse giving you your COVID shot, taking your blood. You're trying not to, get that erection because that nurse is looking pretty good. Your wife's boyfriend, the hot cashier at the thrift shop, your bus driver, your boyfriend's side piece, your door dasher, the hooker on the street corner, your drug dealer, and anyone else you come across to. Tell them to please check out the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast.
It's the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast.
Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your day. That's a wrap. I'm Jay Hizzle from the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast.
And I'm Ric Spade.
And if you enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button to my right.
And maybe you want to see an older episode. See what we've been doing. I'm not sure why you'd start here, but maybe you haven't. Check out the video on the left. Check it out. Poddamn Idiotz Podcast.
Thank you.